Show Cup 43, a best of 9 show match, a best of 9 under mirror show match. So first to 5, can XlorD finally dethrone the king that is happy?
Yeah, you mentioned it earlier. Off races here have been shown in the past. Also, different races being played in Fee, for example, right? Tried Night Elf one time, tried Orc one time. Didn't try Human yet, as far as I remember. But yeah, this is something that XlorD was also thinking about with his off-race Human, which is pretty strong, but decided not to go for it. And we texted a bit about it, and he said, well, not going to do that today. I'm going to try to do it in the honorable fashion.
For the first time in his life? No, not at all. XlorD can be a fierce competitor. We've seen that at DreamHacks, we've seen that in Warcraft Champions finals. His mirror isn't too bad. Ping conditions, pretty much the same, so it really comes, like, same races, same conditions. It might come down to who's the better player, and maybe also items. XlorD already starting off with claws, happy with the Ring of Protection. What a beautiful moment to introduce our new feature, the hero damage meter. So we can now check whose hero does more damage.
Oh, and the first one to get level 2 was Happy indeed. Yeah, Happy normally known for having outstanding kiting potential on his lich, whether it be first hero or second hero. So this could be interesting to see where the two diverge here in terms of DPS. Also, expansion timing is going to be very important. Happy already has expansion coming up and has the aggressive potential and positioning on the map that already seems to give him a slight edge here.
Looks like it. Timing-wise, positioning-wise, also slightly ahead in experience. So, good start for the Emperor. Cool to see both playing Lich. They're always pretty action-packed. Ring obviously sold for boots. More mobility, always more good.
And with those boots, could try to chase XlorD's Lich as well. Puts one ghoul on the Lich right away. I like that. You always want to throw a lot of Novas onto your opponent's first hero. That's something we've seen with Lich first in many matchups. Also against Human, you want to use lots of Novas against the Archmage, for example, because those units, in that case hero, do the most damage. You want to pressure them right away, especially when healing is difficult. Especially for an Archmage, healing very tough. And also this matchup can be a bit rough, but of course nowadays with the wonderful Ritual Dagger, there are some ways to go about it.
Exactly. Also hanging out on Blight, but you don't want to do that too much. You want to be out on the map, you want to creep. Both posturing up a little around the turtles here, but Happy in a stellar position. Green HP, 2/3 of mana still available. XlorD has to do some damage.
Oh, Happy, he's looking for reinforcements. Happy was trying to look for a big opening to punish a mistake, but that one wasn't really shown. So now perhaps looking for some small pickoffs. Of course, since there is no coil, those acolytes would be tough to save. Oh, good deny there. Once again, but all acolytes survive. Full money is going to be established for Happy a bit faster. And the tech as well seems to be a bit swifter, maybe. Everything just a tiny bit better for the Russians so far.
So far at least, but XlorD's timings also come online with a nice deny. Nova on the Lich finally wants to get rid of him. Good splits by Happy. Won't lead to a kill though. And there's no mana for another Nova, so these ghouls can hang around a bit.
It seems like XlorD definitely needs those boots. Without boots, you can really get caught out on the map and feel the pain. Once the opponent is level 3, get Nova a couple of times, you get run down. Since, of course, with this build you don't have a TP, you really need some other form of safety, like the boots, for example. XlorD is starting to fall behind here in the tech. Happy already 30 seconds ahead. XlorD must make sure that he doesn't forget about the tier 2, which at the moment he is because of the hero action going on. Uh-oh. Both heroes super close to falling, and now the economy for Happy under threat.
Exactly. A little bit of a run by. Nice distraction with focus fire on the Lich, and the 4 ghouls split apart away from the middle onto the expansion. That is some solid damage, but now they might all be caught.
The Novas here could be big. The narrow tower extremely strong. The first prophet to realize this was Kevin Schwem, of course. Terrible power of that narrow tower. Okay, one acolyte goes down. Happy can't really remake these because of the tech happening at the moment. How many did he lose? 2, I believe, right? That is quite something. Oh, there's another acolyte. If you could snipe that one with a Nova as well, but XlorD needs to be so careful. He's low HP and he didn't heal up yet.
Happy's Lich coming around, so that's a nice sort of defense. The pendulum swings back, expos established, techs. Oh my, this is half a tech advantage for Happy. XlorD Q's Graveyard and Crypt. and Fiends are coming on both sides. So in that regard, very even. But Happy ahead in levels, Happy ahead in supply, Happy ahead in tech.
Yeah, it's gonna fall behind in gold a bit here. There was another Acolyte saved in the main base, so it's 4 out of 5 mining at the moment at the Expo. So Happy at 90% mining capacity. Not quite perfect, but also not that terrible. It's gonna have the Necro finished soon to re-establish full mining. And there's level 3. That's a huge level up. This makes the Lich so powerful. From this moment on until the rest of the game, this Lich is going to be the #1 carry and going to be so scary, especially if you should get to level 4 and 5.
Oh man, that's very important. Just as important as the subs to our channel, Mr. Remo Demo, as they are fueling our mission. Thank you, Spiero, for the 3 month. Thanks for all the content. Look to the Skywalker, 13 month. Let's go, Lord! Dethrone the Emperor. Hudomic, Thursdaddy, Laser Pew. Thank you guys very much. Also, Taker and Sav for the raids.
Thank you, thank you. Happy quickly sniping the item. That's a classic play that we see a lot of on this map. Have seen for quite a while. The big consumable, easy to snipe there in the north. Got the big heal potion, which is super helpful. Use the Nova to steal the last hit, not to threaten the Lich. XlorD's Lich might be dead. If this had been 2 Novas in the Lich, it might have been a kill, but XlorD gets away with the hero. Will lose a few ghouls though.
Oh yeah, they're all very, very, very hurt. Trying to slow down Happy's Lich with the Nova himself. That's 1 more remaining. Tier 2 is finally done, waiting for the arrival of the DK. Happy is a full second hero ahead after just 8 minutes 30, and XlorD running into creeps. These Murloc, pesky, but not lethal.
Good defensive setup here, seemingly for XlorD at the expansion. 2 towers, nicely protected by the Crypt and the Necro in front. I like that. This seems like a very, very tough position to crack for Happy. Probably only doable once he adds a big army.
Come on, say it. 2 towers. Isn't it time for the first Lord of the Ring reference of the day?
No. We're waiting. We're waiting until 9th of September. Wait.
No,
is it the 9th or the 2nd?
I think it's the 2nd. Ah, that's so tricky. Yeah.
Rings of Power Boys coming out soon. Oh, how I'm looking forward to Twitch chat in those days. Hell yeah, that's gonna be tremendous fun.
Double Slaughterhouse on both sides as well. With the attack upgrades, both are pretty similar. XlorD is also catching up in tech. He was banking quite a bit. Maybe invested into fewer ghouls and switched into Fiends earlier? Yeah. That's exactly what's happening.
Yeah, both have a healthy amount of ghouls still left, so that could be a nice frenzy timing. And at that point, Lich is supposed to be the counter. Happy's Lich looking really strong. Close to level 4 already. He got one of the big items here in the middle. Heal awards could be insanely good in a big engagement or for recovery. Oftentimes, the undeads don't need the heal awards so much because they got walking heal awards with manas, with statues, I mean. But still, you know, sometimes you may need them still. Coils to secure the last hits. XlorD definitely lacking that aura right now.
Yeah, and maybe it's the exhibit way of healing, you know? I heard you like healing, so I put some healing on top of your healing. And on top of healing on Blight, on top of coils, that's a lot of healing for Happy in this case. 60 pop on both sides. Supply is fairly even. XlorD still quite behind in levels as Happy is dangerously close to 4 on the Lich.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting that Happy is going to fall back, take his time, and play a little bit safe for a moment to get level 4 on the Lich, pick up the orb, and he's giving up the south. He's giving up the south to XlorD. He knows he'll be losing the turtle camp there, and that's a big consumable as well. XlorD picks up Let's Roll the Beast, which can sometimes backfire, but can also work as a nice bait. If you have lots of Fiends with upgrades, with web, and force destroyers out, that could turn into a big punish.
Solid scout by XlorD, knows what Happy is doing. So what will he do with his time? He's walking all the way back. Seems to be a little inefficient, but he can go for the turtle, he can go for the lab. And then maybe they fight over the marketplace and red spot. They're still up for grabs. Thank you, One Shelly One for the 4-month resub. 2 undeads on the map and 2 on the cast, like it should be.
Hell yeah, we're taking over.
Taking over? Didn't we take over like 3 years ago? Happy
we take
especially?
Over the casting bench, we take over the ELO rankings, take over the Warcraft champion standings.
All the world belongs to the Scourge.
Yeah, that's you know, it's the Christian story, you know. Now after having gone through the desert, after suffering and fasting for a long time, here we finally are. Undead was not viable for 10 years and more. But now, we're never leaving again. Alright, Happy ready for the attack. He's not willing to leave here on the high ground. Picks up the item, steals that one away. That's a big one. Zoe Mask as well. And now comes the big fight. Destroy is being morphed. Happy, eager to engage in. He's got the level 4 advantage, and we're waiting for the Novas. Those could be huge. The statue taken out right away. That's a lot of healing now missing for XlorD. Not many statues left on the ground at all, but the Frenzy Ghouls looking for kills. Going for the Fiends in the back. Scroll the Beast. Also pop the Focus Fire on Destroyers. It's a ton of damage. 2 upgrades already on both sides. Happy, in fact, even with 2-1. And other ghouls go down quickly. XlorD seems to be behind in this engagement so far. Lich for him, completely out of mana. Missing that level 4 for him was very painful until only now, where he gets it.
He still has the heal scroll available, and now he finally is level 4, but the 2 Fiends falling, that's a problem. Attack upgrades starting to be the same, but the defense upgrades against orbs, not too bad. Destroyer and falling left, right, and center, level 2 for XlorD, who's getting closer and closer in this engagement, but supply is even after that. Fiend is lost. Uh-oh. 2 Fiends about to die, they're all gone. Lich has to TP out. XlorD, that Destroyer, killed as well with the trade for a Fiend, and we end up at 50 pop again.
Yeah, that was basically perfectly even. Both players here can now rebuild, but I think the experience is slightly in favor of Happy with the Lich. Whoa, wait a minute. With the Lich almost level 5 and the DK almost level 4. Scratch that slightly, and that's a noticeable difference.
Could change a little bit, because Happy is in the south where everything is empty. And XlorD is going for Marketplace and Red Spot. He kinda has to get that now.
Yeah, especially the red camp would be a big deal for him. Kind of surprised that Happy didn't hustle over to the red camp right away.
Yeah.
He was hoping to find something there, but that wasn't the case. XlorD scouting with the ghouls, was probably trying to check for a third base. Sees the attack coming, ghouls go down, more experience for the Lich, and XlorD knows he has no time for this red camp.
There is a TP, not willing to go for it. First defense upgrade in queue with a third attack upgrade for Happy. Big boost of damage and also big boost of economy advantage since these acolytes are all going down.
A smart move by Happy was checking if there was some creeps in the south, but upon seeing no creeps there, he knows he must force the hand of XlorD because XlorD must be creeping in the north, so he has to go aggressively into the main base, has to slow him down, and additionally find some econ damage there as well, and that was certainly a bit painful for XlorD, mining off of 2 bases, but still far away from the big army, and Happy again TPs to the main, not the expo, not willing to creep, is again gonna go for an attack.
Rinse and repeat. Why would you change a running system? Another TP? And these items, man. Robe of the Magi, Pendant of Energy, Zoe Mask. They're all so good! And XlorD doesn't have time for this red spot at all. Feels like he has a TP now, but Rock Golem or Granite Golem's down to 50%. He will finish this. Time for Happy to do some damage. Pick up the item, son! Medallion, not bad.
It's an amazing item for the Lich as well. Gonna benefit from those stats greatly. TP for TP trade. Again, mining prevented or slowed down at least. Ziggurat taken out. So certainly economy-wise or resource-wise it was favorable for Happy. But he missed out on a bit of experience. But he had such a big lead. It doesn't really matter. He's gonna creep a little green camp here. And that is Lich level 5. Which is such a strong level up. Honestly, level 3 Nova is really busted. The slow duration especially is ridiculous. And also the damage is outstanding. This is why the Lich is such a strong hero at the moment in the meta. XlorD is trying to force an engagement here himself. And he's got the level 4 lead on the DK, in fact. But only by a hair.
Yeah, it does surprise me as well. Dark Ranger are pretty even. Level 2 skeletons could, of course, help a lot if XlorD reaches that earlier. And shop control. There's an Invo Potion here, 2 heal scrolls, and a little skeleton run by to check how long this is gonna last. We're approaching the 16-minute mark, so nobody has to worry about losing income anytime soon. If this game goes super duper long, XlorD has, of course, a little advantage in the main bases, 400 gold roundabout. And I start to wonder, these 2 TPs for 400 gold plus a handful of Acolyte gold, was that really worth it?
Happy definitely seems to have a big resource advantage here with a big army. Also, slightly better upgrades, but perhaps a better position for XlorD. He's coming in from behind. The flank is going to be painful, possibly. Destroyers morphed everywhere. DK for XlorD, way too far up front. Same for Happy, you could say. Invo Potion pop. Happy doesn't have it. Happy doesn't have it. But Happy has the time to make it back. behind the statues. Heal scroll used there as well for him to survive. And now a huge arc from all the army from Happy, raining down the damage on the army of XlorD. And that is so many Fiends going down so fast. Seems like we're only going to have Destroyers left in a moment. The Nova is absolutely ridiculous. Another big reason to play Destroyers, because nothing can stand against this Nova.
Ooh, Happy losing a Fiend here after... Wow, that mana potion. DK down for Happy all of a sudden. Supply lead is still massive. Gotta save that Lich somehow. Coil is ready. XlorD finds the one opening that keeps him in the game.
I think Happy says the lead though. He's got the bigger army. He can just go for a Tavern Res pretty easily. He's sending a Destroyer there, and there it is. DK comes back, half HP, but it's a tanky hero. Not so easy to nuke down, especially since XlorD doesn't have mana anymore. May have to go for some Dark Ritual. He has to go for some desperate hero kills here, XlorD. Otherwise, there's no chance.
I smell a Nova coming. There it is on the Dark Ranger. Once again, no invul counter Nova as a defensive measure, more or less. And now we run for the shop. Ay, 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 that Lich, these Liches. GG. Happy with a 1-0. Ka-ching. A little bit of more ice cream money.
Strong performance there by Happy. He takes it. Map number 1. Honestly, though, very competitive. This was super close for a very long time. At the very beginning, Happy just has a slightly faster creeping, slightly better position, just a little bit quicker with most moves. And then in the late game, it was really those base attacks that put him ahead economically. But XlorD held his own pretty well. And maybe he's going to know some details to improve on for map 2. Or 4. Well, it's the same map. But you know what I mean.
You know what I mean, man. Yeah, this is the interesting part because we have a mirror match in Show Cup. Usually we would reverse races now, but if you have a mirror match and you reverse the races, it comes out as the same matchup. So Undead Mirror continues on the same map. And now it's gonna be interesting to see what adjustments both are making.
Yeah, honestly, I could see this being exactly the same again. Both normally try to play the honorable way, which means they know what the best build on the map is, and then they just both play the same, and they try to out-execute each other instead of out-laming each other. The thing is also, the Lich first expansion doesn't really have a counter on this map. On some other maps, it does. Concealed Hill, you know, for example, very tough to make work. But here, Fast Expo is so good. I think this just simply is the best build without a counter that you kind of have to play.
Yeah, I feel the same. Just about little better execution. He got the claws in the beginning, so he can't really complain about that. Maybe the run for the boots or prioritizing boots a little more than before could be something XlorD can change, or he just needed a while to warm up. I don't know. Is XlorD a morning person? Did he need some time?
Well, morning person or night owl, I'm not sure. The job he had in the past, he would be working early hours and late nighttime hours, so that was a lot of fun.
So he's a 24/7 kind of guy.
Yeah, exactly. He's like a crackhead. Yeah, one thing that we saw on the first map. just leave that there. Okay, fair enough. One thing that we saw on the first map, XlorD pulled out the gold mine camp, the creeps, and with that tried to trigger the AI to not cast slow, which means that you take less damage, but it also slows down your creeping a bit. And I think that was the main reason why Happy was creeping faster there in the end. So perhaps XlorD wants to not do that this time, accept the damage that he's going to be taking for, faster creeping and a faster opportunity to get out on the map.
Right on, right on. If you guys have any feedback for our new damage meter graph thingy, let us know. Especially in Discord or on socials, because on Twitch chat, it's gone after a while, and then I don't read it, and then it's can't improve on this. Anyway, Happy in the yellow, upper left-hand side, XlorD bottom right-hand side. So far, as mirrored as it gets.
Happy scouting with an Acolyte. This is going to make things a bit weird. Normally, you don't really need to scout because you can always play Fast Expo no matter what, so it's not necessary. But with this scout here now, this makes XlorD wonder, wait a minute, are you going to be aggressive? Are you going to try to prevent my expansion? Should I not expand? Should I tech? Should I be aggressive? So this is a wrench into the works right away. XlorD wants to take out the Acolyte to make sure that, the scouting information is gone, but Happy just remakes the Acolyte, will probably expand himself, but want to get a scout off just to be sure, maybe want to know something very weird, like for example, you know, XlorD or something off like that. But look at how it's throwing XlorD off. Yeah. He's not expanding, he's instead running across the map, and I can't see this really being effective at all.
He needs to do some sick damage with the harass now, but he's also in a wrong position. We've seen at Meisterschaft that undeads were just diving into the other undead's main base, and maybe a little bit of the German mirror flavor here coming Happy's way.
Happy sees it now, loses one ghoul right away, has to upgrade the Narrow Tower, of course. XlorD is playing a slow tech here because he brought so many ghouls, and his opponent might still be expanding after this is defended. So, XlorD has to do a lot of damage right now and do it quick.
He's also not really close to level 2 because he didn't creep, of course. That will once again give Happy the Dark Ritual advantage, but look at how many Acolytes are falling. Yeah,
2 Acolytes died so far, but Happy still has some resources to remake. Focus fire on the Acolytes is working out fairly well. The Narrow Tower only now finishing, but that makes things better. Happy uses another Nova, now he's got the level 2. But he's getting, whoa, a lot of Acolytes here indeed.
Yeah, that's 4 Acolytes now. Happy trying to block the Lich, doesn't work. Nice defensive position by XlorD. 1 ghoul getting surrounded. It's not the end of the world, but he got a creep a lot now. It's like 0.3 behind. Still hanging around, or is it the time to retreat? It's time to retreat.
And the tech has started. Okay, I gotta sort of take back what I thought there earlier. I thought this would be an easier defense for Happy, but XlorD did it very well and made this a crippling move that Happy wasn't really expecting. And there was a slight scouting mistake by Happy. Ideally, you know, when you put your opponent to strange waters with that Acolyte scout early, you want to have a skeleton scouting outside your main to see an attack coming early. If Happy had seen this attack 10 seconds earlier, could have been a way different story, but Happy had got caught off guard as well. And XlorD put himself into what looks to be a favorable position now.
We'll compare the gold mines, of course, once it's saturated again. That's in a second. Question is, will Happy have to expand now to catch up? 11,250. Okay, 500 gold plus the 5 Acolytes. That's like a 600, 700 gold head start. Or do you have to tech as fast as possible to catch up? Because XlorD hit that button already.
Yeah, I think Happy's not going to try to expand anymore. Right now he knows the one advantage he has is the Lich levels. So either keep fighting now with a stronger Lich, with boots, and creep to level 3. And then he can really double down on the Lich strength. With a level 2 Nova he would be really strong, but he is extremely low HP right now. So the Lich can't even get too involved. And XlorD is starting to look better and better here.
Exactly. 6 supply lead. Total gold comparison, as you see, still in favor of XlorD. But the level 3s. Who will get the level 3 fast? The last game it was Happy. All the ghouls still hurt. Is there more mana? As soon as Nova. Happy sees that and retreats.
Trying to see the last hit, and he does. That's a big one. A lot of experience there. The lead now still with Happy. On the Lich is way to level 3. Wants to buy another item. Telestaff from the shop. If he goes for his own green camp, that is, well, not enough for 3 because the big turtle there is also gone. But XlorD is happy with how this game has gone so far. He's going to be level 3, tier 2, I mean, in a moment at the DK. And then he's going to have some healing. Soon to have statues as well. And tier 3 soon starting also.
XlorD is happy. You start to confuse me. They're both the same. Did we actually see them in the same room at Sweden?
Pretty sure we did. Trying to remember.
See,
I mean, they weren't both in the playoffs.
See?
You know, maybe there is something. Oh
they were in a different group as well.
You know, I saw, however, that XlorD never ever had any orange juice or Oreos. So, you know, that's a clear hint against that theory.
That's just a facade. It's a theory we should explore in the future. Both will be coming to Raraland, so maybe we can play detectives there.
Imagine if they were like the 2 brothers in The Prestige, you know, the 2 magicians who for their whole life pretend to be different people.
Oh my god, Remo, for the first time in a long time, I get a movie reference.
That's such a good movie.
It is.
Alright, both Liches now level 3. XlorD has caught up in level progress. In fact, has a very tiny lead here. And I think XlorD knows his tier 3 is much faster. A tier 3 timing could be his ticket here to tie up the series. And Happy's #1 goal will be to slow down that tier 3 timing. Maybe, for example, with an Invis Lich, like we see here.
With a telestaff, of course. Perfect combination. This is the moment where XlorD can't really afford to lose any acolytes because he can't rebuild them, of course, for a solid 30 seconds, 40 seconds. Or he just steals more experience. Also a possibility, because for the first time, XlorD is ahead in levels. Oh, the reveal! Nicely done.
Oh, the Lich might be in trouble even of going down. If there was aura. Oof, there might not even be need for aura. Right clicks, slow. Okay, but that was the last Nova. No other one. Trying to catch up, but the boots should make it a possibility here to get away. Dust
Reveal.
again. Telestaff.
Oh, so close. Okay. Not bad. XlorD saw it with the ward. That an Invis Lich is coming? Yeah, should be. Holy moly, what an important ward this was.
Yeah, true. He had one sentry in the middle, one outside his main. Oh, slight macro mistake here by XlorD. He forgot about the 4th Ziggurat, so he can't go for a 3rd hero with the push timing right now. That might hinder the attempts of a tier 3 timing push. Oh, and Happy even creeping over at the natural. If the Lich was there with a Nova, he would be dead on his 1st hero and would have lost this game, but Happy seemingly willing to take some risks.
Okay, DK only now for Happy. 9-minute mark, super far behind. But as you said, XlorD kneecapped himself a little bit with that. Another ward in the middle, more skeletons on the left-hand side. He has probably a good idea what his opponent is doing. That should be a creep for XlorD. Exactly, Potion of Invulnerability. What? Oh.
Wait, I'm not sure who got it.
I think XlorD did, because the DK has 0 experience.
Yeah, but he may have been out of range. Oh, but the Lich in the meantime. Oof. Almost out of life. Because he used the Nova on the Death Knight there. Or something. Well, not sure. Anyways, there's the next Nova. Into the ghouls it goes. Happy willing to take an early fight on tier 3 despite the fact that he's behind on tech. Seems very ballsy.
Yeah, he's also not even tier 3. Maybe he wants to push XlorD back a little to get the Dark Ranger himself. There could always be skeletons or a ghoul from the main, which is exactly what's happening right now. Big consumable and big XP going XlorD's way. Supply lead also in his favor. XP lead also in his favor. This is XlorD's game to lose, I guess, at this point.
Yeah, big Invo Potion there was a great item. And what a huge experience lead on the DK. This is outrageous. Unheard of. A full level, absolutely nothing on the DK for Happy. However, moments like these are where you can prove how strong you are. When Happy is ahead or an even game, we're used to see him winning. But when he's far behind, question is
we used to see him winning?
We have seen it before, that's for sure. It is not an unknown occurrence.
Needs a mistake by XlorD that Happy can punish. No one in the scene is better at punishing the smallest mistakes than Happy is. Now the creeps get involved as well, turning their back on XlorD. Dark Rangers coming in. Pathing immediately fixed.
This is a fun position right here. Because, you know... Oh, wait a minute. We're trying to go for the last hit, and the Nova secures it. Ghouls without the aura here having a tough time for Happy. In comes the Dark Ranger for Happy as well. With the silence, we're missing Destroyers still, surprisingly. Destroyers here would be so effective. Here's the first one for Happy.
Yeah, there's also no web on Happy's side, so XlorD can play that advantage now. Nova on the DK, trying to force something. For example, that Invo Potion. More units going down. These ghouls will not be used in the next fight, that's for sure. Fiend moved to the side. Lich is in a bit of trouble. Got the Invo Potion as well. Oh man, but that fight is looking pretty good for Happy.
Oh!
Lich! Whoa, so close.
Oh my god, last second with the Invo Potion. Happy. He was down an aura. And also, I think one Fiend or something, and still able to hold his own. How is that even possible? This fight was supposed to go to XlorD's, no questions asked. XlorD still has better levels, still has the aura advantage, still has a bit more mana, so he's trying to stick around. The point I was trying to get to before this fight broke out was interesting position right here, because, you know, Happy was certainly far behind many players who have less experience and have less class than XlorD does. would oftentimes get nervous and try to force the issue too much. But XlorD is really patient and normally never tries to overstep his abilities. So he didn't really, make a big mistake here, but Happy still schooled him a little bit in that fight.
Yeah, I love the fact that XlorD is going for a mana potion pretty much right away to get more mana onto the DK. There was also no silence by XlorD. Wonder why that was. Oh, Nova now, a little premature maybe? No, gets it and gets the huge reward with the Mana Stone.
Amazing items for XlorD. Pops the small mana potion right away, so got the big mana to rely on later.
Love that efficiency, let the mana regen work for you.
Absolutely. DK for Happy finally got the level 2 and might get level 3 here from the rest of this camp, and Lich got the level 4 as well. This could be a terrifying Lich once again. And I wonder what's going through XlorD's head right now. Might be something like, where the hell did my lead go? Didn't I have a huge lead in this game? How did this happen?
I just see that clapping monkey from the Simpsons movie in XlorD's head. But you might also be right.
I think that's an accurate display, actually. Yeah, I can see that.
What do we got now? Big heal potion, also never wrong in the fights. Happy with the Scroll of the Beast. Needs a lot of dispelling by now. Gotta dispel silence, gotta dispel Scroll of the Beast. Not that easy. Creature attacks finishing at the same time. We got Burrow upgrade by XlorD as well. Happy not going for any dust at the moment. The Dark Ranger with Remo's favorite item combo, the socks and the boots. It's a lot of edgy.
Hells yeah, she's probably gonna get level 3 at some point this game. Happy makes it to the shop, gets the Invo Potion. Very important items. To protect one of these heroes, we saw earlier, if the DK gets too far up front, even he can die fast, despite him having lots of HP. For that reason, also very helpful to have at least 1 ring on the DK, ideally even 2 rings. And both have been blessed with 1.
The Rings of Power. On the other side, we have Flute for XlorD. Absolutely excellent for more damage. And better utility as well. Happy only with an Invo Potion, but he might get the red spot. XlorD, are you in time? Don't think so. Did you get anything of value? Also not really. The other side. Hood of Cunning. Okay, but it's time to fight again. A little bit of a wonky position for XlorD as reinforcements are just trickling in now.
A couple of ghouls added in for bonus normal damage is really good right here. That's going to make life for the Fiends much tougher, in the position for XlorD looks much, much better. Dark Ranger for Happy. In serious trouble, Call comes in, saves her at the last moment. Happy, I thought he was going to TP out here, but no, he is not. He's taking the fight and trying to see how much he can do. Nova on the Fiends, 1 by 1. The Lich for XlorD in trouble! No item for him! No potion or TP, and the first hero goes down. And again, it looked like Happy was down in that fight with XlorD having the upper hand, but he turns it around. What a masterclass display this game was by Happy. Such a huge deficit, far behind in tech and also in gold. But somehow he fought it back. XlorD has to go for the Tavern Res, but that was hell of expensive.
So expensive. And another destroyer is falling. This is where things get frustrating. Oh boy, huge supply lead for Happy. Levels are at least even. Oh no, we got an advantage on every single hero thanks to that Lich kill. Yeah, this almost seems unwinnable for XlorD. Can you win an 100 mirror with your 20 supply down? I doubt it. Lich! Almost a dieback here. Had to consume the Mana Stone. But Happy just brute forcing this. Right click, right click, right click. Nova. GG 2-0.
Dude, how did he even do this? Like, what even happened? I mean, we need a microscope and watch this game on half X speed from like the 5-minute mark onward. How did you win that game?
Well,
nobody wins these kinds of games against players like XlorD.
Yeah,
so sick.
But other players are mortal, Remo. Happy is not. Biggest mistake, of course, forgetting about that ziggurat. If that doesn't happen, XlorD has a huge shot of winning this. But yeah, he threw his lead away with that. And then Happy, I don't know if you know this, but he's very good at fighting.
Yeah, that was sick. Like, his intuition of how he knows how to position, take the fights, and execute, of course, the micro department. So amazing, but also the confidence, to not just be terrified to move out of the map. Normally, when tier 3 is reached, you both have a third hero, and the other guy has aura and you don't have aura, you can't take a fight. There's no way. You're gonna get stomped. And you know, XlorD, true, he had the Ziggurat late. The Dark Ranger arrived later than she should have, but XlorD was still able to force a fight next to the Null camp where XlorD was on Happy's side, where then he was able to take a fight, force a fight with the advantage of the aura. And he still didn't win the fight. Still somehow didn't win the fight because he was facing Happy. It's, yeah, quite impressive. Quite impressive indeed.
Yeah, maybe that was also, like, I don't know if that one silence made all the difference in the world, but XlorD had the Dark Ranger here, didn't use the spell. That's always, you know, not perfect. Maybe a little overwhelmed, maybe skilled it a little too late because so many things were happening at once. And that mirrors a tricky matchup. You need to be on top of your game throughout pretty much the entire game. And XlorD slipped maybe twice and lost the game with that.
Yeah, we're gonna get to a new map now. Tidehunters, one of the best fast expansion maps in the pool. Echo Isles being also one of them, but Echo has been vetoed here. Echo Isles and Amazonia, thank goodness, have been removed. So we have the other 5 left to be played. Could be a full best of 9, of course, but the first player to 5 maps will win this one. And recently, of course, or rather always in the Show Cup, it's been Happy. Was it ever a 5-4, by the way? This is something I wondered earlier, and I can't quite remember. I know we had lots of 5-3s, but did we have 5-4s?
Someone in Twitch chat will probably know. We had some draws, but since the format is oftentimes changing, it's kind of hard to remember this as well. Task for Twitch chat. You know, we do a lot here. We produce this, we observe, we cast, we look at our subs and etc, etc. We have so much work to do. Chat can do some work as well.
Yeah, I was hoping that perhaps Wikipedia, the list, would have it all nicely summarized on one page, but apparently not. What it does have summarized, however, is the amount of prize money that was earned here through the Show Cups. And you know, some players got a little bit of nice pocket change, like Lynn with $2,000, Colorful with $2,500. Happy has made more than $50,000 since December of last year when it all started, which is, yeah, a good bit of cash to take home, isn't it?
Pretty good indeed, but also like unrepeatable. This is like Michael Jordan in his prime. This is like Tiger Woods in his prime. Not losing. 43 weeks or 43 episodes. Just incredible. No off days at all. Every other Warcraft player has some off days and some weak performances. Not happy. We ain't having that. But what we have is Game 3.
And with that, also different builds. Alright, Happy was playing the Lich Ghoul build on the first map on Tidehunters. It makes a lot of sense, so good for fast expansion and all that. This time he's switching to a Ted Fiend standard build, and this is the Gentlemanly Agreement build. And I think he was expecting it from XlorD as well. XlorD isn't doing it. XlorD might try to sneak his way into a Cryptlord victory, but probably not right now. Okay, it's just a Lich Ghoul build. Lich Ghoul expansion, also a possibility. Not so easy to make work, but this could be something for XlorD to look towards.
Okay, so I wonder what this tells us about XlorD. Does he think that Happy will go through with the Lich because he loves Lich so much? Or does he think that he can't compete in Ted Fiends?
Yeah. I don't think this the latter. I don't think he doesn't find himself able to compete. Like, XlorD normally, as you know all too well, has a fairly high opinion of himself, right? So I think he believes he can beat anybody in the world. Even if Happy is the best player in the world, if everything goes right and he plays well, he can still beat him. It hasn't happened yet, but I don't think he has lost confidence in this. I think XlorD rather expected a Lich as well from Happy, or he wants to try to catch him off guard with the Expo.
Alright then. This is now confirmed for Happy that he has to face a Lich once again. Big damage machine, of course. He's trying to steal some creeps away from XlorD's side to prevent level 3 or to at least slow down level 3. 3 ghouls coming with him as well.
Oh yeah, this is interesting. Happy canceled the graveyard,
Wow.
skipping the fiends and going for all ghouls aggression. Happy feels that if he can't stop the Expo, this game is lost. So even if this isn't the best build, he has to try to be aggressive. If he doesn't stop the expansion, can't win.
Okay then, let's see how this goes. It's also a little use XlorD's medicine against him, maybe? Dive into the base, kill some acolytes. Happy, hesitant, sends the ghouls back. Upgrades a tower, actually. Trying to play it safe. So is that already a prevented... Is that already a prevented Expo? Is the question. Ooh. Prevents level 2.
That was important last hit. I was about to say, is this a bad start for Happy? He's falling far behind in experience. If Lich gets this last hit, that's level 2 for him. XlorD didn't use the Nova though, so he doesn't have the level 2 quite yet. But he will get it in a moment. Replenishment potion for the DK, not too bad. The timing for the steals is impeccable. XlorD though, a little slow on the wheel here. Could have secured that last hit with the Nova. Gets it now on the Skellies. That's level 2 for him. But Happy got some really important coil steals.
Oh my god, that's like 60% of a level without creeping anything himself. All the creeps on his side still available. And yeah, XlorD may be a little greedy. Didn't want to dash out his mana too early, and that allowed the steals. And now, skeletons, okay, they will expire. These acolytes are safe, and XlorD is teching, so Expo prevented.
Yeah, so Happy's emergency reaction did work out. Bring all the ghouls, cancel the graveyard, threaten an attack, and stop the expansion. That was the plan, and it worked. Acolyte Scout also for Happy, seeing if the natural will be taken, which now it indeed will be. And it's not an easy position for a Happy. He's got the level 2 finally on the DK, but he's only got a single coil that he can use. And right now he can't fight with ghouls versus ghouls because the Nova is too strong.
Claws of attack +9, that will certainly help. One item was stolen already by Happy. Don't let that happen again, XlorD! XlorD! Little bit of a bait, maybe, hopefully. Nova secures the next kill, and now the Lich levels are rising.
DK might be able to get one ghoul here, trying to block. Oh, the Skelly expires. Well, that's just unlucky. Okay, it should be a ghoul going down.
Oh.
Despite the Nova, that one also too late. XlorD just a little bit off the mark here with a few of these moves, it seems. Also, he lost one ghoul to the creep, so 2 ghouls going down in total. And Happy gets a little bit more experience here and there. The ghouls for him creeping. Happy doing this, surprise, surprise, excellently. Because he needs to slow down the Lich, he needs to make sure he doesn't get level 3 too easy and then terrorizes his economy. But he also needs to keep creeping with ghouls on his side to also have progress himself for the later stages.
That's exactly what he's doing. The green spot next to the base is already gone. He has no backpack, so the item is still there, laying around. This camp, a little harder than the ones before. Ghouls taking damage, so they won't move out anytime soon. Maybe a little bit of time for XlorD to get map control back and to finally creep this expansion. No tier 2 expansion from Undead as we've seen so many times. This is level 3 confirmed. DK coming, tier 3 coming. And the tech lead is still there. But both level 3, that's surreal.
Yeah, it was really nicely done by Happy again. He had the telestaff, he had the DK across the map, made sure that the Tuskars there weren't getting taken by the opponent. And then he staffs back home, helps the ghouls to creep that camp, pick up the items, make sure that one doesn't get stolen either. But now Happy's a bit in the dark. He's looking for the opponent, unable to find him, and XlorD might be trying to set up a sneaky expo here finally at the natural.
During the tech. Okay. Dark Ranger second by Happy as well. No Lich.
Ooh.
Things are starting to diversify a little bit. Claws bought immediately. Oh, if XlorD turns left, he can steal all this, but so the marketplace goes to Happy.
Very interesting choice. Dark Ranger second here for creeping in, of course. Also against ghouls could be good. Heal Ward, pretty good item, but like I said earlier, sometimes not needed as much as perhaps a Mana Stone could be. But look at that. Happy just keeps creeping, sniping these items in the middle. Now the Fiend scouts it for XlorD. Oh, he needs to try to prevent this, but maybe he's too late.
I think so. Yeah, he's not even trying. He's not trying, and that is 2 claws plus the Sobi mask. How efficient can you be with just 2 heroes? Why is Happy even building an army?
Dude, also these item drops. Oh my god, dude. Sobi mask, big healing, claws, slippers. Absolutely is insane. And you know, the healer ward right there. definitely can't be complained about. XlorD's gonna take it out, but there's one more charge, and Happy's about to be ready on tier 3.
Yeah, this is undead excellence. Nobody does it like him. Big Demi. Always with the sneaky ideas. Always the perfect reactions.
And now, trying to bridge the time for tier 3, creep one more camp pretty safely. Happy to do that. Able to do that at the lab. He's going to be able to heal up a bit more and get the level 2 on his Dark Ranger. We saw very clearly how much the level 4 was prioritized on the first hero Lich before by Happy. But for the DK, he doesn't value it so much. Wants to rather solo creep the Dark Ranger a bit more here.
Okay, and the hero levels are looking very good. So is the inventory. You named it. Tier 3 advantage. Skeleton scouts that there is Blight and the Ziggurat, but no expansion. Okay, ghouls move out for XlorD. Frenzy is about to be finished. This time he did not forget about the 4th Ziggurat. Has the Dark Ranger. Has not the Silence advantage, but the Lich advantage.
Yeah, Happy's delaying the Lich. Until now. Whoa, interesting. Frenzy and Orb all before the Lich. Feeling that even without a Lich he can contest the big camps, namely the red camp. But starting that one with XlorD right around the corner would be super dangerous.
Dark Ranger is in. Past the Orb to the Lich. I was a little worried that XlorD forgets about her.
Nova on the DR. Oh, and the creep camp gets involved. Okay, who's this gonna favor? Happy loses the first ghoul, but the Dark Ranger got stunned by the creep. Very unlucky. Trying to transfer an item or something. Doesn't work, but the coil's gonna be there last second. DK almost was silenced. Not able to get off that heal, but in the end, he did. Heal potion also given over. And now Happy almost had the time to get the Lich out.
Oh man, Happy with nerves of steel. No fumbling. Not at all. Not making mistakes. The right move at the right time. He's not getting nervous or something. Nope, he saves that DR. Gives up the rat spot. Okay. But that could have been... if that happens to any other unlet player right here, it's game.
Yeah, also the confidence to still contest there, even without a Lich. Quite impressive, but in the end, XlorD gets it. And dude, if the Magnetor doesn't throw the bolt there on the Dark Ranger, this would have been a clean play. This would have been a no-problem play for Happy. That bolt really messed with him. But anyways, XlorD trying to expand, but it's not finished yet. This is a point of weakness right now that Happy could attack.
A point of strength for XlorD is Katga's Pipe of Insight. And another Claw. Dude, these items on both sides are absolutely mental. That, yeah, no TP. XlorD has to fight in that expo. This can't work, can it?
Nova on the DK. Once again, XlorD is trying to force his opponent's first hero to TP out and then save the expansion that way. Mana on XlorD very low, but I think he might be able to force that TP indeed. The plan works out. Lose only a single fiend for it. And with that, the expansion will be finishing.
For how long? Is it rinse and repeat? Are we doing this again? Potion board. No town portal this time, as you can't, of course, rely on an expansion as we did on Tidehunters. Whoa, XlorD's win condition is almost up. Dark Ranger, did she get this invo potion? Yes. Shop control today by XlorD. Par excellence.
And Lich for Happy is super underleveled. Strong items, yes, but doesn't have Dark Ritual. Only level 1 Nova, and at the moment out of mana. XlorD also currently out of mana, but he can eat some skellies and recover. Happy, I guess he has to attack and go all in against the Expo. XlorD in a good position. If he holds here, he should win.
Happy is not pushing for this expansion again. This time trying to find an angle into the main base. XlorD is here. Weird position with the choke on both sides. Maybe a little tug of war coming up. And of course, the longer the game goes, the more value has this Katga's Pipe, especially with no statue around. This pipe, man, is saving XlorD's game a little at this stage.
Happy's gonna steal one more creep. This is level 3 for the Dark Ranger. That's a big level up, and Lich also gonna get level 2. And the DK close to 4. Okay, this was an important camp. Lots of upgrades here for Happy. His Ziggurat finished. He's trying to get to 60 supply. But XlorD could push past that to 70 pretty quickly. He's about to have full mining at the expansion.
I have a question, Remo, if we have the time. Why is nobody in Undead Mirror going Banshees anymore?
I think they're just a bit too slow. I had the same question for a long time. I'm still not sure that I have the perfect answer. But the thing is, it seems a lot to be about tempo right now. You never want to be weak ever to give up map control and then to lose important camps. Or something like an expansion.
Oh, man.
With Banshees, you have to invest a lot of time where you're going to be weak for a certain period, whereas with a Destroyer transition, you never are. And also, if it gets super high supply, like 80 supply, Banshees can get weird, they block each other, whereas Fiend's Destroyers always are easy to move, one could say. XlorD loses the expansion, but gets the red camp, and has an officially out-of-control Lich now.
Can we please get Unholy Frenzy on this bitch? That would be sweet. Plus the Scroll of the Beast. Damage doesn't end here. But yeah, losing that Expo for a trade. Is that worth it? Maybe it is. 4-3-2 versus 3-3-2. Plus this underleveled Lich that can make the difference.
Both armies kind of staring each other down, happy seeing it with the illusion. Difficult position also for XlorD. If he pushes through this bottleneck, he might be in a bad position, but he does it regardless. He knows how strong this Lich is. Huge strength in... difference in strength, I want to say, on this Lich on both sides. But Happy can catch up if he gets to level 3 soon. But he's still pretty far away from it. But again, Happy seems to be behind this game, but still looking afraid. He's willing to take a fight.
Don't jinx it, Remo. Not again. We shall never say that Happy is behind. The kinda... It's like poking the bear. Of course, you're right, but... Let's see how this goes. Lich exchange definitely going XlorD's favor. No transition behind it, but he's pushing for more supply as Happy is waiting for the next Ziggurat.
Happy exchanging blows with Dark Ranger and Lich. Nova on the hero. Silence not on the DK though, so easy save with the coil. Those right clicks after the coil though still hurt.
Oh my god, this is unbelievable. Waiting for the perfect moment still. No upgrades on XlorD's side. Goes for the Lich now. And just dead. This time the silence was right. XlorD with the perfect moment to break through that choke. Silence on the left, damage on the right. GG. XlorD puts himself on the scoreboard.
Yeah, perfect timing there, exactly. The Dark Ranger silence. It was while the DK's arm was in the air, mid-animation, absolutely perfect. And they're Happy just a little bit, just a tiny bit sloppy, with the DK being too far forward, showing too easily. And finally, with that hero kill, XlorD converts the lead into the W and gets on the board.
Exactly. Ka-ching! $150 going to center Germany. Is it south? Is it already south a little bit? Kind of pretty much center of Germany. We play the same map again. Northern Isles it is. Maybe we see different strats here. That was a interesting opening by Happy. Trying to go DK Fiends and then not Fiends anymore and then Ghouls. Even though he did the heavy lifting with Ghouls and DK last hits. This was XlorD's early game and for once didn't throw it away. Or allowed Happy to catch back up. So, what's it gonna be this time? Score 2-1. And even the positions are the same.
Yeah, and it seems like they're doing what I would expecting them to do. Happy showed his willingness to play the gentlemanly way with the Ted Fiend build. XlorD saw this, and now he's gonna follow up and play the gentlemanly way himself, which is Ted Fiend build, old school, no nonsense. Fast tech, DK, Fiends, triple hero, creep, and then go for the big fights in the late game. And it might very well be the case that this is going to be the builds for both for the rest of the series from here on out.
Okay, it happens a lot with Happy vs 120, where we only have, like, the one difference they have in their builds is sometimes we have a Naga second and sometimes we don't. I like the Lich early. It's always exciting, it's fast-paced, it's a little bit better than the Fiend Mirror, but yeah, every once in a while. This is for the purists. This is the way Undead is supposed to be played.
Yeah, exactly. This is, you know, not the big popcorn spectacle. This is not the crazy extravaganza. This is where little nuances matter. This is where players who really try to perfect every little aspect of their game can get their enjoyment, because every little move can have a big impact, and it's really about minimizing mistakes. You try to firstly minimize the random elements, the crazy elements like expansions, run-bys, all that stuff, and then you look towards the tiny mistakes that you can make, like creep routes, blocks, micro especially, maybe even attack patterns. And this is where oftentimes those micro-focused players love to dwell in these kinds of games. Not all undeads are like this. Players like Krav, for example, are the complete opposite. They try to make the game as crazy as possible. But here now, we're going to see the two great European undeads, trust their mechanics and also trust themselves that way. They show confidence here by showing to the opponent that they think they can win in a straight-up normal game.
Good to see that from XlorD. Maybe that one win was what he needed, that little bit of momentum, saying, hey, today things are possible. I know I'm in great shape. I do have some time. I do get my practice in. And if I have some time, I can beat Happy every once in a while. Ring for him, not perfect, but he's slightly ahead of Happy already.
Yeah, Happy had unusual movement on the DK. He first ran to the center of the map towards the two green camps there and then turned around, going to the other green camp. Maybe he was expecting a different creep up by XlorD, and upon scouting, he changed his mind. Not 100% clear, but yeah, it certainly just ends up with him being a bit behind here in terms of creep speed. That means that once level 3 is acquired, he might be a little bit slower when it comes to picking up the items from the middle.
Okay. Still a slow early game, so if some people are tuning in now and thinking, hey, this game is pretty awesome, but I almost missed this, well, then I have a recommendation for you. Hit that follow button here on Twitch and ring the bell, and then you get all the notifications whenever we are online. We have amazing content this week. Meisterschaft is once again postponed, but TED Cup is coming back, and that's going to be great this weekend.
Hell yeah, TED Cup 10, the big anniversary. We've had amazing games there in the past, and we'll see who's going to be able to come out on top. Lots of great players normally play in there. We are going to have a couple of invites. We're going to have a couple of qualified players. We don't know exactly who that is precisely yet. We'll know on Friday, right?
We'll see. Maybe Saturday, and we play, I don't know. AI versus AI on Friday. Could also be fun. Oh, XlorD.
Oh my god.
Sneaky.
Oh my god.
He doesn't see it coming.
With the Cloak of Shadows, he's hiding here in Viz. Happy. I don't think he realized that he was getting kind of blocked, but it's hard to figure that one out. And XlorD gets the steal. Quick punish by Happy. He surrounds him instantly. That was also pretty sick, but...
Yeah, but he hides again.
Doesn't have detection.
Wow, what a play. The Lord is a smart man. Cloak of Shadows. The rise of Cloak of Shadows since this item was patched. Second to none.
Yeah, it's been really fun to see how players have gotten creative with it and have gotten so much use out of it. Happy though. Oh, he wants to pump on the gas right now.
So
with
angry.
the Naga second picked up. He wants to ensure the middle for himself.
So angry. Oh man. And the Fiends can run away. The Naga can't really reach. Nice retreat by XlorD until I say it. And there's a Frost Arrow.
And the Illusion sent in front to block right away. XlorD counter-blocking against the Illusion. Very nicely done. But the Fiend might still be sacrificed. DK staffing home for the coil last second. Oh, gets that one.
If it's enough though. As the DK gets in front. Oh no! The coil in the air, but the damage too high. And now things might fall apart. This one works.
How eager is Happy here to look for more kills? He knows the Lich is out any second. Here he is. And that means the Naga is always exposed. Naga is the prime Coil Nova target. She can't be healed via his own coil, of course. Happy gives over the cloak right away to the Naga. That's pretty cool. Would love to see the ring on her as well, because it's almost a guarantee that she's going to be taking some fire.
Oh yeah. Thank you for Glory Heaven for the 47-month resub. With that presence of Happy here in the base, XlorD wasn't brave enough to build the slaughterhouse, because if that's a cancel, that throws you back big time in the lumber department. So Happy will have statues earlier and still wants to play his Naga advantage, and definitely he wants to do the same thing. Oh, look at this!
Oh, this might be a lot of wasted time in the end, though. XlorD is not coming towards the natural, he's creeping in the middle. And if a DK for Happy just stands here doing nothing and XlorD gets both middle camps, that would be amazing for the German.
Yeah, Happy did that in the game prior. Belt of Giant Strength here. And Happy moves back. That's also 2.5 only. Not making any progress towards level 3 for the time being. And XlorD can comfortably camp creep the entire camp.
Yeah, I would say XlorD definitely with the lead this game. He may have lost that one Fiend earlier, but it's not that terrible. Certainly not good. But if you get more experience, if you get more items, normally that should favor you in the end. Belt, as the first item, is okay. It's going to make one of your heroes more tanky, but there certainly is better stuff. You want to have damage and mana, most importantly. But it's all survivability so far for XlorD.
Yeah, I wonder if he sells it immediately and gets a claw. There was also flute available, but at this stage, it's also expensive. You want your third hero, and that's exactly what XlorD got. You want more fiends, you want stat, you want destroyers, you want all that good stuff. Now Happy has the crystal ball. Would have loved to have that 4 minutes earlier.
Happy scanned the middle, sees the merchant there is gone, and Happy must know that he's behind in experience this game. That's for sure. And you could also make the argument that he has the inferior late game hero. Naga with Fork Lightning level 2 can be very good for DPS on the Fiends, but in a long, drawn-out fight, normally level 2 Skellies tend to be better, especially with Dark Ritual. Plus, of course, if the Naga is out of position once, or if she doesn't have an Invo Potion, she can quickly, well, get blasted.
Right on, right on. We do have a big mana potion for XlorD, though. Probably the most important item in an Undead Mirror, if it's not Katka's Pipe in a super long game. This can decide fights, and XlorD cannot complain about items. Red spot for Happy, though. What's this gonna be? Ancient Django!
And the bad luck streak finally breaks. It's one of the best items there after having found a couple of bad ones before. Setting an Acolyte there to expand on 50 supply early on. Okay, interesting.
Damn, that's sneaky. XlorD gotta scout this, of course, at some point. Has to wonder at some point, what are you doing? Why? Like, where are you? What's your plan? But they share the red spots, and with XlorD's luck this game, you know, Claw plus 9, big mana potion, there might be another aura up for grabs.
A ton of great items from this camp. The cloak, probably the worst one, but I would say even the cloak can be decent in the right situation, so this is always good when you have the guarantee that it's going to be a pretty good item at the very least. Well, I forgot about the DK aura, of course. That's the only bad one.
Hood of Cunning.
Hood of Cunning it is. Pretty good.
Ogre Magi finally falls to Happy, so he gets his revenge for the 12 o'clock position steal. No attack upgrades, web on both sides. Happy with an Invo Potion. For the first time in a long time, he gets shop control.
Yeah, it was very important to pick up that Invo. The Naga needs it super bad.
B2W shop in the chat.
And also the Lich for Happy. He may not have an Invo Potion, but he got lots of bonus health. The Periapt and the Circlet ensures that the Lich also is going to be hard to bring down even without an Invo Potion. So Happy finally starting to itemize well on his heroes. And the expansion is about to finish. XlorD hasn't scouted it yet, and I'm not sure that he has the read for it.
He should definitely be surprised. Okay, sends out scouts now. If that's not intercepted, he will see the Acolyte on the right and then has a very, very good idea. 3.5, 3, 3 on XlorD's side. A little bit of an advantage over the not yet level 3 Lich of Happy. But of course, the Emperor is going for a counter-attack, trying to cover his expansion. But yeah, gotta force a TP here. Exactly. So what's XlorD response now that he knows? Oh, Dark Ranger! Silence, so there's no nuke. Has to get out there somehow, or is he taking the fight at Happy's base?
Yeah, the silence was glorious, but the Dark Ranger still in a bad position. One Fiend was sniped. Happy loses that one. And XlorD gets away without losing a Fiend of his own. He has by now scoured the expansion. But now Happy's got it fully mining already. He's got so many resources now. Can supply easily with items. Probably going to set up a narrow tower there very, very soon. And XlorD, who looked to be in a good position here for a long time. This expansion completely caught him off guard. And even better for Happy, he's got sentries covering the approach as well. So he's going to know when exactly XlorD's going to be coming.
Perfect. He also knows whenever XlorD is at the shop, so if he has time or not. He has a lot of time to set up his defense here with a far defensive Ziggurat, rather against harass than helpful in the fights. First attack upgrade for Happy, 2 attack upgrades for XlorD. This has to work, or is XlorD here to counter expand? Doesn't seem likely.
Alright. This is the opportunity for the German. He probably has the stronger army at the moment. He probably has the slightly stronger heroes at the moment. But time is not on his side. Happy knows he's coming. XlorD has to win right here. This attack, this is it. It's 6 fiends. No, it's 7 fiends versus 3. Versus 5, excuse me. 7 versus 5. So, big advantage on XlorD, also with the hero levels.
This has to work. But we have destroyers up. And such a patient play by Happy. And of course, no silence. How do you beat an even undead without silence?
Nova on the Naga right away. She's got the Invo Potion, she's also got the Periapt. The Lich for Happy, by the way, is pretty vulnerable. Doesn't have the Periapt anymore. But here we go. In we are. Nova on the Lich right away. What's XlorD going to focus? It is the Lich. Invo has to be transferred. And there it is. Fog Lighting also on the Dark Ranger. She gets dropped low, but she's getting healed also with the Coil. XlorD seems to be executing better in the focus fire at the moment, and Happy in trouble now that he has no Invo Potion anymore.
Oh, supply still... Oh, that Coil. Supply still in favor of the Russian Lich in trouble at 50%. Seems like a lot of yellow on the map here. Another destroyer morphed. XlorD is continuing to lose fiends. Reinforcements are trickling in. Fork Lightning, nice, but not great. More fiends falling. XlorD saves that Destro. Lich in trouble. So close. Silence on the DK, but he can't reach.
Oh, super tough position. Finally, the silence is going to be over. Has the Coil to save the Lich once more. The big mana potion made a huge difference.
Yeah.
Takes out on the Destroyer. That's double level 4 for XlorD. XlorD looking so strong in this position here. Also, the Acolytes getting taken out one by one. And the expansion seems to just barely not work out.
Didn't even see that. The Ghoul split attack. No extra value, but now XlorD the nuke, the DK. Happy, let's go, though. Wait a minute.
Came in last second. The DK almost went down because Lich could use the Nova. And now it's the Naga in trouble herself. The Cloak. Oh my god, the Cloak last second save.
No way, there's dust. Boom! That's so much for your last second save. Ain't no saving from XlorD. He has the Omnivision. The statue also misrallied. Boom, another kill. 20 pop lead for the German.
The last Aka was able to unsummon everything. XlorD makes the attack work. Just barely enough to get the W there in that fight. Not having the level 3 on the Lich was a big problem for Happy. Got him back from the tavern. Gets the Invo Potion from the shop. He is very fast now, with the level 2 Unholy and the Endurance Aura. But this Naga still looks like a liability.
Okay, is XlorD over pushing, or is it the genius move? Can coil the Lich, can't coil the Naga. Slows everything down. Okay, goes for the Fiend, gets that Fiend. And that was a level up. Level 4 Dark Ranger. Should you pull back and expand yourself now? As mana's getting lower and lower?
I think he's got a very strong position still. He's got more healing. He's got lots of fiends. Now that Happy's next to his base, maybe it's getting a bit more scary. He's getting mana potions as well. But XlorD is looking especially for stragglers. Single fiends that he can pick off easily at the back, or ideally the Naga. The Naga is protected by the Invo Potion. Alright, Happy again. Behind. Trying to come back.
He loves that position though. Onto the Naga we go, onto the Fiends as well. Heal scroll committed by XlorD. He wants to break Happy now. Swing for the fences, son.
Coil last second comes in, saves that Fiend, the statue that was very far forward. The Lich for Happy in trouble, trying to transfer an item. Invo Potion, holds on to it. Doesn't have to use it yet, but may have to in a second. Destroyer Morph also caught. The Coil is there one more time. Happy microing very well so far in this fight.
And never attack an undead base, you know it. Fiend micro also pretty excellent by XlorD, but he's running out of damage, I guess, at least for now. Mana looking good. Lich getting coiled once again. That was the last one, but Happy has access to the shop. Big advantage.
very, very tough fight.
Ow! That
Way
Nova!
more Fiends. Yeah, the Nova connects, one more Fiend goes down. Lots of Fiends have fallen, but now we're back to 3 Fiends on both sides. XlorD has more statues, but those don't always make the big difference. But the sustain here is certainly wonderful. As Happy's starting to run out of mana.
He needs to get that kill. A big one. Forces a potion, but that's about it. Doesn't want to commit even further. Can't commit even further. Deny on the Fiend. All right, but the supply is even again. 2 minutes ago, we had a 20 supply lead for XlorD. Equalized.
Don't know if Happy can go out on the map, though. Always feeling the pain right away on the DK.
Lich. 2, 1, Nova. Boom.
And that must be it with the first hero down. No healing anymore. The aura is gone. And that left such a beast as well. Wait a minute. What about the other DK, though? Oh, trying to transfer. Jesus.
We have a pretty good game here.
Yeah, XlorD, he almost made the mistake he never makes of overextending, but it was enough in the end. Happy there with the DK. Not quite paying enough attention and has to tap out. And both those maps, Northern Isles, go to XlorD.
Happy reigns on Tidehunters. XlorD reigns on Northern Isles. Wonderful, wonderful series with a tied score of 2-2. We throw you guys into a little break and then we're back with a best of 3? 5. No. Yes? Yes.
Yeah.
Best of 5. Be right back. We move on to map number 5 between these two fine fellas. Maybe one could argue the best undeads in the world right now. Happy for sure. XlorD, according to the ELO ranking, rank 3. But if he continues to win matches here, he might surpass 1-0. Let's find out.
And I am a bit surprised here with the builds, Neo. You know, earlier I said this might just be Ted Fiend build all the way from here on out. In the past, Last Refuge would always be, for players like these, a Ted Fiend map. Also for 1-0, for example. But here it's Lich on both sides. As if this was the meta. As if this is the norm. Lich expansion, like on Tidehunters. However, not really. Happy doesn't have a skull. Happy's got a TP. Happy is scouting. Happy is willing to be aggressive, just like XlorD did it earlier on map number 2.
Okay then, Happy bottom left hand side in the blue, XlorD in the yellow with the skull. So he wants to expand. Happy not so much. Sentry wards, enormous item for vision, of course. Vision is power, and power brings you victories. But of course, scouting is on. Happy knows what's up, and he's off to punish this.
The timing here could be absolutely horrendous. The worst imaginable timing is when you start the camp and then get attacked in the main base right away. So Happy is a few seconds off, but this is going to be painful for sure for XlorD. He needs to be fast. He needs to react quickly here and try to save as many of the acolytes as he can. Happy is picking up more skellies from the camp, but XlorD had some time to react. This might be able to be defended, perhaps, by the Germ.
Or over in 2 minutes. We'll see about that. Acolyte number 1, dead. Acolyte number 2 and 3, very hurt. Is he able to run back? He's trying to. Nice Acolyte micro so far. Rebuilding Acolytes, of course, fast if you're not tacking. And so far, this is a lot of mining time. But compared to the one map on Tidehunters, it's not too many echoes going down for XlorD. Yet.
Happy just coming back in. He wants to land the big Nova. Gets it on a ghoul. Not on the Acolytes.
Well, surround!
I
Surround
think
left!
you're right. Look at how many Acolytes are still alive here. Oh, and he gets the surround. This will be the TP forced in a moment. Trying to fight his way out with the Nova, but Happy not getting out. XlorD nicely holding that one. What a beautiful defense by XlorD. And Happy just a bit too slow seemingly. But the ghouls also at the expansion. Threatening the Ziggurat there. But they don't have the damage to actually take it out right away.
Has to react pretty much immediately. This is, what is it, 400, maybe 500 gold advantage for Happy, who started the tech, of course. But we have a clear difference in timings and in strategies. Expansion for XlorD. This has to work now.
Thank you for Glory Heaven with a 47-month resub. Odovon Best with a 30. Kevin with 34 months says XlorD 5-2 Inc. And JS Alarix with 10 months says WTF XlorD Pog Champ. Yeah, this was a wonderful defense so far by XlorD, and I think Happy just a bit too indecisive. Imagine if that attack in the main base happens 10 seconds faster. Yeah. It's a way different story. But XlorD just had simply plenty of time to react. And finally, time to set up the expansion. It wasn't the best early game ever for Happy, but it certainly did delay the expansion by a lot.
Very nice second defense for XlorD as well. Not creeping the greens to rush to level 3, but moving into the middle when he knew that Happy... What did he know, or did he assume it that Happy would be coming for a second run by? TP is gone, mind you, so Happy had to go for a staff to get out of Nova surrounds.
A player's forces are under attack.
XlorD now getting pressured quite a bit on the Lich, but he got the boots that we saw earlier as well. Those help him now to get around. Creeping out a bit more, gets to level 3. What's the item? Replenish would have been great, but no, it's the sentries. Also wonderful to get some vision here for him.
Can with that... can he de-ward? Is there something in the middle? Not really. Happy with extraordinary scouting with skeletons, with acolytes. XlorD cleaning camp after camp, catching up, or is getting ahead in levels. He has the Lich advantage now. 1 level of Nova ahead at the moment. Mantle for Happy, and the tech to tier 3 is already on. This might just be a good old Destro push.
Yeah, but Happy, he's at 26 out of 30 supply without a Ziggurat coming. Ooh. I think he has to kill a ghoul here, otherwise it takes just too long for the second hero. It's like he's still not realizing it. Still not starting a Ziggurat. Only now. Oh my lordy. I think he has to kill a ghoul here.
Is he getting deterred from losing 2 maps in a row? He's not killing them. He's saving them.
Yeah, this is not looking ideal for Happy. And yeah, tier 3 is coming. That's true. But honestly, if XlorD has a big enough army, like mass fiends with web, he might be able to defend. He doesn't necessarily need tier 3 to hold off.
Ooh, okay. How much damage can Happy do with little forces? Lich always able to steal a lot, but not this one. It's too late for that. Another claw for the German as Happy is making his way across. XlorD sees it immediately. Nova slows it down, and with that, the next harass approach is stopped.
Ritual Dagger cancelled after 5-second healing. Sad. I know that feeling.
Stop attacking your own units, Remo.
No, that was at the hand of the enemy. I know that specific feeling. Dude, look at the Ziggurats at the expansion for XlorD. This is the best Sapper position I've ever seen in my life.
Yep.
This could be a triple Ziggurat kill with a Sapper.
Yep. The Narrow will do its best against it. Crypt at the Expo. Happy's Lich damage shouldn't be enough to threaten that, especially with his own Lich around. And tier 2 is at 50%. DK only now. Fiends in the main. Yeah, Happy has to go for a very decisive all-in, but will he be in time? Oh, heavy defenses.
XlorD, I would have said he would have been in a better position if he had the second crypt earlier, but this second crypt is really late. So, Fiend production slowed down. In fact, Fiend production not even started. Is he going Gargs? Wait a minute.
Oh man, I've casted so many mass air fights in the past 2 weeks. This one is then up for you.
This looks like mass Gargs. He's just not making Fiends, and he's towering up like crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
there's air and turtle.
Yeah, there's no reason to not go Fiends at the moment. He won't break upkeep. Fiends are available. Oh, almost got it there. Close. But yeah, has to be then. He's waiting for tier 2. That's the only reason.
Huge. Yeah. You guys level 2 here. That's a big level up for him. Lich not quite on level 4 yet. And it's a tier 3 rush by XlorD. DK, he's not making units. He's just trusting that his towers will be able to hold for him. Oh, that looks risky. But okay.
Against Happy, you gotta go for some cheeky plays. Lich has a Nova. What's he going for? Almost for the double kill. Prevents only one at the moment, though. item, big invul potion and big healing, both going to Happy. Double slaughterhouse. 4 production buildings, 600 gold. XlorD, the madman.
And now it starts Fiend. So it's going to be Fiend Destroyer in the end. But with such late Fiends. Oh my god, this altar is destroyed. This would be a disaster. But should have the time for the DK.
Does it? Where's he popping out? Okay, to the back. That's nice. And tier 3 has been queued already, so he doesn't need it for the tech tree. And here's level 4.
Oh, that's beautiful. Got the one ghoul that he needed. Gets level 4, and now he's got such a great mana battery from skeletons. And this actually works out. I would have been so afraid in XlorD's shoes, but he knows the game and this matchup so well. He knows that the ghoul threat can't really overcome 3 towers in either base.
Yeah, also no run buys with all these towers. Even a sapper play isn't the best. Oh, close again. Had the coil ready, didn't want to move out earlier. Who's getting the big one? Happy did. It's all time for XlorD to build an army.
Are you also afraid to press the F keys nowadays?
Yes! I don't do it anymore.
Yeah, since our new patch, ladies and gentlemen, in case you guys don't know, we have a couple of bugs in our game. And one of those is when you open the menus or the quest sub-menu stuff, like you can do with F keys, then the game sometimes crashes. So we try to avoid that as much as we can.
Spam that lizard to say fuck you, Blizzard.
Well, I'm a Christian boy, Neo, so I would not use that kind of language. But,
Of course not. Have you ever listened to You Drunk, my man?
That's the devil talking. Alright, XlorD finally able to start creeping here as well. Very impressed with how XlorD was able to keep his cool under pressure. First, when the attack hit his main, he knew could still set up the expansion with a good defense there. And then he knew Happy was reaching tier 3 very, very soon. And he was trusting just in solid defensive setup with the towers. Not panicking, not making an army too quick, not breaking into upkeep too quick. This is a style that I think I've seen too often by XlorD, and he's executing it so well.
It's not the flashiest. Nothing for the highlight reels, but the big brain plays. So what's next? Does he figure out that this expo is happening just as he did on Northern Isles? And can he punish it just as he did on Northern Isles? Happy's getting both rat spots here though.
I think if XlorD gets the expo cancelled, this game might be over. Here's the Dark Ranger third. He's beelining his way down there. We're at a 2-2 scoreline right now, folks.
Yep.
This could be the lead for XlorD.
Mr. Brappy, thank you for the sub. FU Blizzard, less than 3 back to Warcraft. Much love. Wow, XlorD. Going for the spot first prior to canceling this expo.
Okay, I think he has the damage. Yeah, with Religion and Skellies.
Yeah.
Doesn't need the rest of the army.
What he got? A second Bone Chimes? Did he sell the first one before?
Yeah, I think that's
unlucky.
Must have been. Oh, Happy T ping back. Oh my god, XlorD, did you not commit enough damage to this expansion?
Oh boy.
Wait a minute. I thought he was gonna get it. I thought the glitch was gonna snipe the Haunt the Goldmine in the end, but he didn't.
The ghouls didn't either. Ooh, that might be a big mistake. Ghouls are back at it though. Now that's up. It's only skeletons to defend this. This might still work. Ah, but he's retreating now. Too many skeletons. Now acolytes are here. Can repair. Hot damn. Well, one of the wind. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Does. Loses feet. Oh!
Okay, XlorD has a big lead.
What
Certainly
a
expansion
series.
did finish, but man, does he have a huge army now. Left the rally point in the main base. That is so many statues being morphed into destroyers soon, or at least being ready to be morphed.
Can you count them?
Of course. That's so many. That's pretty tough. You might even need to go into high upkeep with another Ziggurat to morph all of these bad boys. The DK only level 2 is the biggest problem for XlorD, but everything else looking great for the German.
Whew. Okay, 2-1 upgrades for the Lord, 1-0 for the Emperor. More creeping here. XP-wise, Happy has a clear lead. 4-4-3. Also, the Dark Range is turning into a little bit of a problem. And this Expo is also a problem. But run by.
Yeah, look at the ghouls. Where are they going? That's pretty cool. XlorD probably knows there's going to be a lot of focus and action at the opponent's expansion, and then the ghouls can be super strong in the run-by. Good Skelly Scout. Happy sees his attack coming. Red camp is gone. Happy's heroes are super stacked, but he's got a way smaller of an army.
Happy has no TP. He's stuck here. He has to fight his way out. And in that moment, the ghouls are going for the run-by. Oh my god, that's genius.
Happy trying to defend in the main base with towers, perhaps, but yeah, these ghouls are not good. Now, the main attack is coming in. Ghouls for Happy trying to run in. Maybe he can do it still with his heroes. He's got super strong items as well. Fiends quickly falling for the German. They're taking so much damage. Oh my goodness. DK gets level 3. Has to pop potions quickly. He's got lots of them to survive with. And now we have only destroyers left.
The fun part of Undead Mirror. Lich in trouble. XlorD has more healing. Needs a coil. Didn't get it. Needs to get the revenge kill now. Somehow this coil hits. Oh my god. Happy. You madman. In the meantime, we gotta check how much damage did the ghouls do. The next coil is ready. Ghouls still ravaging, but I don't think he did too much.
Yeah, killed a couple of acolytes, but they're being remade. Also, a couple of ghouls maybe going down, but Happy at the end, seemingly with an easy defense. And the choice not to cancel the expansion, it might really be what breaks XlorD's neck here in the end.
The way Happy fights out of it, almost 300-esque. Insane. Only he finds a way.
And you know, normally XlorD is very good at staying composed. Normally, he's the guy who wins the mental warfare game. But after a mistake like that, after not canceling the Haunted, this is something that can really, ironically, haunt a player if you don't get that cancelled. Because without it, Happy would have been chanceless, economically speaking. But now XlorD's big problem is his heroes are just so much weaker. So much weaker. Not just levels, but also items.
Yeah, Happy got both red spots, both turtle camps. He gave up the mercenary camps, but it's totally worth it. He has some lumber issues. So XlorD, with more balanced resources, can get into 70, 75 supply again. Jeez Louise, what a series.
Happy now for the first time this series with a noticeable lead, Lich level 5.
Yep.
I think we haven't seen a Lich level 5 lose yet. I think Lich level 5 might be the best kind of win condition you can have. 2 bases, pretty good. Upgrades, pretty good. 80 supply, pretty good. But what's really as good as level 5 on the Lich?
Well, if you ask me, Transmute on an Alchemist, because you can seriously not lose with that ultimate. But apart from that, very, very little. The defenses on Happy's Expo also minimal. Could be a chance for a separate play, but I don't think you can afford it. Happy now, eager to dive into that Expo. Reduces economy even further.
Takes out the Acolytes quickly. I think he was trying to bait the TP and then TP home, but XlorD's going for the counterattack. Happy TPing back swiftly. He didn't lose anything himself here, so this was a wonderful exchange for him. That is so expensive for XlorD. And this game seems to be almost out of hand now.
Where are we? 19-minute mark. Main base comparison, 1700 for XlorD, 1700 for Happy. Even their harassers were equally strong.
DK about to get level 5 here as well, which is a huge level up for Happy.
God.
He's got that aura still. He's got some good items spread across his heroes. Healthy amount of potions. And it just seems like all the vim has disappeared from XlorD's play. Earlier, it looked so confident. It looked so sure of himself. But now it's timid, it's slow, it's reactionary. Understandably so, of course. He's now far behind. And Happy has his game in the palm of his hand.
Looks like it indeed. More Acolytes slaughtered. Happy TPing early. No damage done for XlorD. Nothing. Okay, we take this fight now, apparently. But this hero, this Lich, almost deleted immediately. The silence hits big for a while, but now we have Destroyer Mirror again.
Very tough to say who's got more destroyers. Well, they're being ignored for the time being. It's the attack on the heroes that counts and matters the most. So far, no heroes have fallen. One hero kill might be the end. The Dark Ranger, the most easy to lose. Lich in trouble, can't lose that one. Has a TP, may have to use it. And he does. Happy's first hero with the Lich is safe. DK there at the tail end also was in trouble for XlorD. That one saved by the bell with that TP. XlorD loses another fight and still not fully mining at the expansion.
That's level 5 as well for the DK. Powerful, powerful coils coming your way. He has a Destroyer more with 6 to 7, but 1 Fiend less. And it's all about economy now. Main base is running out in a bit, 600 gold left. And Happy, of course, since his expansion was up so much later with a 4k advantage. And this is definitely Happy's game to take.
Superior positioning as well. These invo potions from the shop, very important. How many does XlorD have?
0.
None. Uh-oh.
Yep.
That's not good.
2 is better than 0 most of the time. Except for like fatal diseases or anything, then it's the other way around.
Ooh, the Lich. Not just the Nova Scary, also the right clicks. Lich proving again to be quite the impressive damage dealer. XlorD trying to help now under the shadow of the towers, but I'm not sure that's going to save him.
Not really, right? This is the best position he can possibly get. Everybody knows it, but with so many Fiends, so many Destroyers, such high hero levels, there shouldn't really be a way out anymore. Happy contains him, but that's about it. Main base is empty.
Aid supply. Happy seems to be maxed out, getting more upgrades as well. Second armor upgrade finishing in a moment. Lots of towers here in the main base. This is a tough nut to crack. But Happy's got the TP as well. Could dive in, try to get some free kills, TP out if necessary. But maybe just getting positioning on the map here, the most important. Especially if he can continue to deny the invo pots away from XlorD.
And that's exactly what he does. Nice rhythm of attacking. First the expansion, then moving in between the two bases to prevent the Acolyte slide. Do a little bit of poking and damage there. Move back to the shop. Steal that one. Happy is very good. And we got 2 more subs. 3 more subs. Thank you, Flo. Thank you, Max87 for the 19 month. And thank you, Phil Raisin for the 6 month. Back to Warcraft and coffee. Good morning from Illinois, USA.
Thank you, thank you. Alright, Happy now once again displaying his signature patience. Both these guys, normally known for always being patient when they have to be. But Happy also was able to strike when the opportunity arose.
Well, XlorD was striking as well, but not hard enough.
In fact, they let that haunted finish. Ay. That's something that might be stuck in his memory now. XlorD on the high ground.
I was about to say,
for an opportunity.
Is he waiting for sappers? But no, that's not cost efficient at this point. 1.5 levels ahead on the DK. That's just nuts. On top of half a level on the Lich and 1.4 levels on the Dark Ranger. Like, a lot about heroes for Undead. It's not good for XlorD.
Yeah, this is about as strong of an army as you're ever going to see, especially in this matchup. Now at 87 supply is Happy with 3-2 upgrades. And those strong heroes. Seems like Happy is expecting XlorD to come in. Feeling like XlorD will have to attack into him. But
he's losing quite a bit of gold with the high upkeep now. 1,000 gold left for XlorD. Uncontestable with his army at the moment.
Especially the Fiend count, greatly in favor of the Russian. But it's not so much about the Fiends, I think it's mainly about the heroes. Probably. Going for the statues as well. Those go down real fast. XlorD has to pop the Invul Potion on the Lich. That's the only one here that he's going to have to use. DK for him. Also drop the Dark Ranger. She died. I didn't even see it. And neither did XlorD, apparently. Losing the third hero. You can still fight without the third hero, but it's a lot harder now.
Especially... Yeah, it's good damage. Happy is losing some fiends too. The destroyers might go into XlorD's favor. The supply lead stays pretty much the same, but now the DK needs to pop the invul soon. The coil is ready on both sides. XlorD finally getting level 5, but for how much longer? Nova after Nova after Nova. XlorD knows it's over. GG. Happy takes the lead again.
And that was in a game where XlorD really had the opportunity to take the lead. He had a big lead in that game. Of course, credit goes to Happy for being able to find that way back into it. Well, honestly, XlorD gave him the opportunity himself. It was him not canceling the expansion. It was him maybe feeling too sure of his army strength and not respecting perhaps enough the enemy heroes.
And yeah, not canceling that expo, losing the Lich. That was rough. That was rough. 2 big chances, but also 2 big mistakes, and then Happy, the one who doesn't do the big mistakes, but he punishes them. Rough. I hope XlorD can bounce back to this. He got all the tools today, apparently, to win straight up matches against Happy. We all know how hard it is, of course.
All right, XlorD has a join bug here, apparently.
Okay. All restart, new lobby. Go. Isn't it nice how the frequency or the quantity of join bugs decreased in the past 5-6 days? Shout out War3 champions. The ladder where your wins still matter.
You're enjoying a little new poetic side to yourself, don't you?
New? It's not new.
Yeah.
It's just
Lots of rhymes against Blizzard, most notably. Oh, wait.
I'm not in. I had to restart.
Yeah.
Did they start? Yeah. Come on. I know.
Hurry up, bro.
Is it the
3.
previous game? Yeah. I just want to make sure that I didn't cause a game to crash. There we go. Also, my last rhyme was not dissing Blizzard, it was praising War3 champions.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
And what is the other ladder then where the wins don't matter, I wonder?
That is for everyone else to figure out. Won't advertise inferior multiplayer experiences here to our community. They shall not suffer and waste their time. Anyway, we're not wasting time and we're not suffering on these maps. Happy 3, XlorD 2, where we have an even series once again.
All right, we see a ghoul build again on both sides. Okay, cool. This is something that is new to me today. Apparently the ghoul build is the norm on this map. Like I said, for a long time on this map, it was rather the Ted Fiend build, but not anymore. And now we have to wonder the next thing, which is fast expansion still the way to go or not? I would assume that Happy again is going to try to be aggressive and is going to figure out a way to be way more effective in his aggressive play early compared to what we just saw.
I would definitely agree with that. We have 2 new subs. Thank you very much. Nuhiro Masuda, 44 months. Looking forward to seeing you at the end of the month. And Mango, 234, with a tier 2 sub even. Thank you for that. 28 month. Let's go, Lord.
Acolyte movement looking very similar once again. XlorD trying to pave the way towards the expansion for a possible second base. That's so painful to do. Like, normally, if you get the fast expansion, and if you get the opportunity to cancel the counter expansion of the opponent, that game should be yours, and those are normally the games that sting the most. the ones that you should have lost, the ones that you know that you not unnecessarily gave away. But exactly that is the mind trap that you can fall into. You also at the same time must not be dwelling on those games, but rather go to the next one with a fresh mindset and take it as a valuable lesson. Seeing like, all right, I was in a good spot, and now I know what to not do next time, should I be in a similar one.
Yeah, and I think both of these guys have one of the strongest mental games in all of Warcraft. They're not crumbling under pressure. They're not getting deterred by mistakes. XlorD knows how really good his defense was. And did he do that before as well? Creep the green? Happy is going into no man's land for now.
Yeah, Happy's trying to be aggressive against a potential expansion. I like that he brought the Ritual Dagger right away. In this Lich Mirror early on, a lot of damage will land on the first hero normally, and this dagger can be a big help. But XlorD also figured out what's happening. He scouted the south, saw the opponent not being there. That means he knows Happy is coming to be aggressive.
Also Wand of Illusion. It's of course the updated version of Last Refuge, where pulling creep camps together is not that easy anymore, but it's still annoying and requires some attention. XlorD abandoning this as he sees, okay, in the south there's nothing happening. If you're not in the south, you must be in the north. And goes for a counter-aggression, abandons his tech idea. His expo idea.
Acolyte finally figures out for XlorD where the opponent is, not investing the Nova to kill it. Happy appreciates every single Nova that he has in the fight against the enemy Lich. And falling back, giving up the green camp, both players creeping up a bit more now that tech has started. The expansion has successfully been stopped, so I think Happy is satisfied with this early game.
I wonder if XlorD is going for another tier 2, tier 3 expo attempt, as he did on Northern Isles. Thank you, Risikostreuung, for the 713 sub. And Lich Illusion is moving north, Skeleton is moving south again. Happy can't really find XlorD at the moment, so he has to worry a little bit about a creep jack and taking things slow.
Lich indeed has the telestaff. Oh, what a ghoul scout! Happy at the ghoul ahead of the base to see if the Lich was approaching. Nicely done, and now he can block the entrance. That is some really nice play. XlorD at the same time creeping though with the ghouls, also getting progress there. But very nice hold indeed by the Russian.
That is a solid XP lead right away. Plus he still has the replenishment for more mana and more HP, of course. Happy creeping at the same time. Both played StarCraft in the past. That's certainly helping at this stage of the game.
With creeping?
With multitasking, you fool.
Well, you gotta explain yourself.
No,
We've seen
our viewership is intelligent. They know what I mean. They know me for 14, 15 years. We understand each other blindly.
We've also seen you say a couple of interesting things in the past, like, for example, when you said that the town hall had 10 supply. I mean, you know, gotta think about those things, Neo.
You gotta troll the people and keep them on their toes every now and then.
And when you said the farm was 8 supply, that was also one of those moments?
Oh, we put everything I ever said now on the pedestal, huh? Yeah?
Well,
Shall we look through your Twitter timeline to examine that?
I mean, we are all simply, you know, creatures of God, and by that, for that reason, imperfect. You just said, though, that people, of course, know what you say, and that is the right thing, you know.
More often than not. That is correct. We have a little bit of a stalemate here. Here, chat is supporting me once again. I understood what you meant. Yeah, you're right. Let's do that. Remember... let's not go into this, otherwise we fight again, and Mommy and Daddy shall not fight, but Happy and XlorD should fight, especially that Lich versus these ghouls.
Finds a nice Nova there right away. XlorD seems like he didn't get much going his way here recently in this game, but now cancels the tech of the opponent. Oh wait, did it just finish? No, I think it canceled it, right? I'm not 100% sure. But they're getting a lot of kills. Oh my god, dude, that's so many kills. Happy has to run back home. Didn't have a staff. Not having a tele staff. Big mistake here. We can certainly see now.
Yep. And that was a wonderful, wonderful move by XlorD. Sometimes a match can be so simple. You just run into your opponent's base. You click a couple of spells. And then everything dies. if you're left alone and have a lot of time. Nice to see that XlorD's fighting spirit is strong.
Yeah, there might be a window here for Happy despite all the losses he just took, because his Lich is still very strong. Full HP, full mana, and he knows that the Lich for XlorD just barely got away. So XlorD has to get some potions and stuff. He's doing that just to be safe, and the DK for him will be ready in a second. Oh, to meet. The Nova's ready. But the potion was available.
Oh, surround opportunity maybe, because there is no step, there's still no TP. But yeah, it's also risky. Not enough mana on that Dark Ritual to spam another Nova. But yeah, Happy once again displaying that he can create space with just one single hero, unlike any other. DK for XlorD is arriving in a second too, plus his tier 3 is of course massively ahead.
The tier 3 timing we've seen make a big difference in the past, especially once the Dark Ranger joins the middle camps. Normally should always go to the player with the DR. And Happy is not done yet.
Who gets this one? Has to go to XlorD, I feel. Tries to put some counter pressure onto the DK. So much mana though. That's why you're not focusing the Lich anymore, of course.
And Happy successfully stops the creeping, so that was a good move for him. Quick reaction there by the Russian also. He saw the attempted surround coming before it was really started. But now things get more difficult. Tier 3 is done. The orb is here. And soon will be the Dark Ranger as well.
Good news for all the XlorD fans here. Last time he forgot, he had the tech advantage, he forgot the Ziggurat. That is not the case here, so he can go up to 50, he can go for the Dark Ranger. And has that big push opportunity. Happy. You know what? I'm kind of missing a big mana potion in his inventory. He haven't had that this entire series. I think it's time now.
Oh, true. This whole series not yet, which is kind of crazy. And again, it shall not be. One of mana stealing can be good, but I would have certainly preferred the other one. Can he get level 2 here now on the DK? Oh, XlorD has no experience on the DK, more or less. He's gonna be missing that aura dearly.
Whoopsie, at least for now. Is it time to push, or does it do a pit stop somewhere? I think it is time now. Happy moving back to get an orb. Dark Ranger already acquired. Same for XlorD, and I think the German is stepping on the brake a little bit.
Yeah, it's still got a lot of creeps here left on the map, as is the case so often on Last Refuge. We got tons of creeps here. Still lots of opportunities to increase in strength on the heroes. Haven't seen any crazy items yet. The red camps especially are gonna be quite juicy. Also, some more circlets, never bad. And level 4 Lich, there we go. Crazy Lich territory starting to be explored.
Oh, and the position for XlorD seemed to be nice. Attacks with the Fiend, so no Boulder at the moment. Rock Golem goes Happy's way, everything else XlorD's way. Nova onto the DK, lots of pressure, silence a little too late. Devotion Aura, amazing for Happy.
Depending on how the Novas land, this fight is going to go one of two ways. Against the ghouls, especially, so extremely effective. Might be worth to buy a heal scroll just to negate one of those Novas, the AoE damage. Also destroyers soon to join, I am sure. We see lots of destroyers today.
Oh yeah. Ido is having a field day watching this somewhere, wherever he is at the moment. Okay, red spot being contested now. This is so important. Happy can't be allowed to get both red spots again, as he did before. XlorD already lost the competition for the southern mercenary camp. He's taking more and more ghouls.
Destroyer finally morphed, another ghoul kill, and that's level 4 for Happy. And now he can make use of Dark Ritual, especially once the Dark Ranger for him is level 2, which he needs a bit more of. Seems like this Overlord is going to give the advantage to one of these two players.
Everything else is pretty even. Happy has no web, is researching it now. 2 destroyers up in the air. He really wants to make sure to have some kind of advantage in this fight, and Orb of Annihilation is not too bad.
The very concerning thing for Happy is he doesn't have an Invo Potion. He's got an Ankh, which could be helpful. Currently reserved for the DK. All right, now perhaps the fight is going to come in. Nova from XlorD nicely finding the targets there that were stacked up. Silence against the Death Knight. No coils coming in from either side, but Destroyers are there ready to dispel. Dispel! At a moment's notice, DK using the coil on the Lich. That one getting safe for XlorD there once again. Has the heal potion as well. But what about the Death Knight himself? Has to give over the heal potion. Last second save, but now the Lich is exposed. Trying to save him somehow. No coil is ready. The Lich, he's stuck in the corner. Seems like there's no way to save him, but Happy not chasing for the kill at the moment.
Oh man, he can clean everything else here. Now he knows he gets the kill and the Black Arrow does it. XlorD loses absolutely everything in this fight and Happy takes the 4 and 2. Match points now.
All right, seems like we have clear favorites on any given map here. Last Refuge goes to Happy after a great struggle, especially on the first one. Whereas, ironically, Northern Isles was the one going to XlorD, which is normally Happy's favorite map.
Was at least for a while. Maybe after today, not so much. Okay then, 6 maps played. Hopefully we got 3 more. But now it's 3 match points in favor of Happy. We'll see if XlorD can bounce back once again. The next map is Autumn Leaves, and we're going to display these games after a little break. From the break, straight into the next game. 4-2 in favor of Happy. He can end this now. But Remo, I'm in the mood for more games. So, go XlorD.
Hell yeah, XlorD showed us some really strong games here today. Some really impeccable play. Much more close these games than some of the other ones that Happy has had in the past in Show Cup. But still he has the lead. Still he has on match point. This map, by the way, was his choice as 4th map, Autumn Leaves. If here now XlorD wins 2 maps in a row, we would go to all final decider map 9, which would then be Concealed Hill. And again, we have different builds between the two, and for the first time, it's Happy playing the Ghoul Lich build and XlorD with the old school Ted Fiends.
Ooh, okay, that's getting interesting here. XlorD not confident in the Lich build anymore, or a map preference thing?
A town is under siege.
I think he's trying to mind game Happy. I think he feels like Happy wants to go Lich in case that he faces expansion, but normally the DK is supposed to work out well against the Lich 1-base play. So this is kind of weird. Like a Lich expansion on the right map is really good against Ted Fiends because Ted Fiends weak early game. But if Happy only plays 1-base, and Happy seems to tend to prefer to place 1-base, then normally Ted Fiends is supposed to be superior to Lich if both play it more or less perfect. Also pulling the creep camp with the Acolyte. Very nicely done. This slows down the creeping because Lich with the ghouls can creep faster if left alone. So Happy has to be aggressive here to slow down the opponent.
Alrighty, of course, Lich will get the kill here with Nova, exactly. But he can still do damage with the DK and skeletons. And he stole one of the corpses, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, got some skellies he was able to summon and putting pressure on the Lich right away. Has to use the Nova on the skellies. He's taking too much damage, and this is not too bad at all for XlorD. Doesn't have any experience yet, though, and that's the big concern. If it's at some point then you fall behind on levels and the Lich is level 3 and you're only like level 1.7, that's not good. So XlorD also needs to make sure he gets some experience.
Oh, the coil through the forest! Oh. I love this play. Getting vision with the skeleton that just expired. That's such a cool play. I saw this probably 100 times in my life. It's never getting old.
Yeah, very cool. Nicely done by XlorD. Now he's also going to have Fiends joining in a moment. And once he's got 2 Fiends, he can really put pressure on these ghouls. Ideally, he would love to be level 2. But one must imagine that Happy won't allow enough steals for level 2 DK.
Okay, can he get more steals? Happy on Northern Isles played this almost to perfection. Uses another coil to keep the skeleton damage up. But can't prevent level 2 early. Ah. Oh. Was it just me?
Right, we're all ready again. Yeah, I think it was just you. First time in this series. Lich now level 2. Can go for more Roll of Necromancy. Could also go for Ritual Dagger. Is he going to go for that one as well? No. Saves those resources. In fact, doesn't have enough gold at the moment. And XlorD's going to be on tier 2 very, very soon. He has the opportunity to maybe go for a Dark Ranger if he wants. But the DK is seriously low level.
Yeah, and Happy isn't even that far behind when it comes to the tech. Another Nova, another kill, level 2.5 roundabout. That Lich is doing so much damage in the early game.
The Ensnare! Oh, that would have been bad. If you lose one of the only 2 first Fiends, that is absolutely horrendous. But the Ensnare wears off, Fiend gets away, that one won't be sniped. Next to the tavern. Is the time? No, it's not. XlorD supply blocked! The Acolyte supply blocks him right now.
No! That's unfortunate. Is he around? He doesn't realize it. He realizes it now. The Acolyte is in the upper left. He has to send it into the creep camp. This will be a quick fix, but it's 5 to 6 seconds. There we go. Now we got the Dark Ranger.
Alright, finally he can start creeping, but XlorD is of course going to have to creep with both heroes at the same time, Dark Ranger and DK. So, that means level 3 DK is probably still going to be pretty late, whereas the Lich only needs one more camp. He's going there right now. At the Merchant you can easily get level 3, maybe even just at the green if he wants to play it safe.
Ooh, Dark Ranger in a little bit of trouble. What he got for his efforts, Mana Stone, worth it.
Forces are under attack.
Absolutely wonderful find there. Happy trying to stack up the Lich a little bit more. On this map you can find tons of claws and circlets and so on. Lots of items, or lots of creep camps with those item drops here. And that's level 3. And now the Lich becomes dangerous, especially if he picks up boots now and tries to look for kills.
Now the Lich becomes dangerous. He looked pretty good in the past 4 minutes already. Especially when I look into this DK, this Dark Ranger, this Fiend. Ooh, I smell death, but okay. Happy steps back, goes for the camp. XlorD will not be punished.
Next big item for Happy, it's going to be the Quel'Thala's boots. Probably going to land on the Dark Ranger later on, as XlorD is playing this really careful now. Finally wants to get that level 2. With a pretty big army, he was creeping the tiny green camp just to make sure he didn't run into the waiting arms of the Lich. Also displaying good game sense there by XlorD. He knows the Lich will be out on the map somewhere with level 3, knows that's dangerous, and knows he has to play careful, at least for a little while.
Scouting in the upper left as well. Sees his opponent here now, but you know, it's only 2 and 1. Can get a bit of chip damage in thanks to the aura advantage and maybe steal the Sasquatch for experience, and that turns out well. Well, actually moves on to the next camp where there is a reward still. Did not forget about ziggurats. Neither player did. Happy seems to be a tiny bit ahead when it comes to tech. And of course, Lich is superior, so he moves on to the right-hand side where we have a big consumable and the red spot.
Yeah, I had a couple of scary moments here for XlorD, but I think all things considered, he's still totally fine with this game. He didn't lose a hero, didn't lose fiends or a statue, and didn't even lose acolytes or ghouls. So, he was able to play this late game build with getting to the late game without losing anything. And with that, I think that the German here is actually favored, because Happy's going to have the big downside of having ghouls, which can easily be sniped in this first big late game fight.
Happy with a little bit of a misclick there. He queued stone form instead of destroyer form. Maybe a little too fast for himself. And there's an acolyte moving out to the left-hand side.
Oh, okay. Happy will indeed try to expand now. Time for the orb and a sacrificial skull. And now scouting is super important. XlorD needs to find this out fast. If he doesn't figure this out in the next 2 minutes, he's going to be in serious trouble. Wait a minute, he was making something himself from the Black Citadel, but it wasn't an acolyte.
Not
sure.
Maybe, well, the other choice is researching backpack.
They must have cancelled it, I guess.
I didn't see it. Maybe you're hallucinating again.
Well, we keep that for the weekends, Neo, you know that!
Yeah, and Thursdays apparently.
I don't know what you're referring to. No clue in the world. Alright, XlorD creeping at the red camp. Let's get to level 3 DK. Dark Ranger also gonna get level 3. She's got some wonderful items here, by the way. Oh my lordy. And fun interaction on this map. The wolves don't give you skeletons, like we learned from Lucy. Because they don't have corpses, apparently.
Yeah, that's indeed weird. But okay, he gets the spot in the meantime, happy with another consumable, and now he gets the big mana potion. XlorD on the other side with the mana stone, that's fine. Claws plus 12, very fine. And his heroes are crazy damage dealers once again. And he scouted the upper left with the skeleton, sees it, and has an expo up. Coming up.
Did he see it?
He sent a skeleton and it was at the shop, so I'm very sure he did.
Yeah, the Skelly was at some point also next to Happy's army, where it got killed. Happy finished the red camp, gets a wonderful item here. Ancient Django, level 4 on the Lich, also big upgrade there. And now we're moving in towards a two base territory, but Happy is way faster with his mining, already in upkeep, ready to catch an attack of XlorD. Whose Lich is looking absolutely crazy.
Yes, Chat says he didn't see it, but he'll probably expect it because there's no push and Happy is playing rather defensively. Yeah, that Lich is plus 28.
Alright, give me some more intelligence tomes. Let's go, baby. How high can we get?
Oh, what? Gonna go back to Thursday again?
I was about to say, it sounds like a certain motto.
And you got that tome that you wanted as well, on top of the slippers.
The slippers, hell yeah. This is so much damage on these heroes. This is like outrageous amounts of damage.
Damage meter, there you go. You will see the difference when I press a button. Shout out to Chris coding this for us.
I think Happy wants to fight out in the open, not behind tree lines, because once XlorD starts kiting back with the fiends, the ghouls can have a very tough time connecting with the damage. So Happy wants to have wide open fields, like the charge of Minas Tirith with Theoden and the Riders.
Exactly 2 hours on the dot to the first Lord of the Ring reference. That is a pretty good quota.
The Ride of the Rohirrim. Is it gonna be as epic? Well, we don't have any mounted knights here, unfortunately.
Well, we have the Death Knight.
We have the Death Knight.
2 of them. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
But it seems like Axel's got the bigger army, or the better army at least. He's got a lot of fiends, he's got upgrades coming, destroyers, and these ghouls have seemingly now outlived their usefulness for Happy.
Big damage dealer still. With XlorD, we have 1 heal scroll versus 1. 2 involts on XlorD's side. That's a big advantage. Okay, this is the calm before the storm. XlorD may be a little late with the next ziggurat again, but you can queue upgrades in the meantime. 1-0 coming. 1-0 also for Happy. And the map is empty. Nothing else to do anymore.
And especially here, where the bases are so far away from each other, it always seems very tough to go for an attack. So, kind of a natural passive late-game map, unless we have fast expansions in the center, which we should see in other matchups, like Human versus Night Elf a lot. Not so much here. Oh, the Lich for XlorD. Wait a minute. Is this enough experience? This would be huge if he gets level 3 before the fight. I think that should be it. Oh,
Did the calculation. Oh, 4.
Bit of a mistake. He picked up too much experience with the other heroes.
I might get a skeleton somewhere. Speaking of skeletons, he scouts everywhere if Happy is coming. And Happy is coming.
Second attack upgrade coming for both players as well. Armor upgrade followed up by Happy. What Happy wants to do probably with the next fight is trade the ghouls efficiently and then replace with the better army, because like I said, the more we go into more upgrades, especially these fiends will benefit more. So I think Happy is forced to take a fight because he's still stuck on some of these ghouls, and he has to take this fight soon, and will hope that the ghouls can hold their own.
Okay, shop is still fully equipped. Invo potion heal scroll. Got not too much. Oh, here's the fight. That's level 3. Who's gonna get it? XlorD. You gotta win this one if you want to stay in this show match.
The focus fire damage against the destroyers is absolutely amazing. They go down super fast. And Happy seems to have fewer fiends here for sure. Burrow coming in as well, but there is detection. The sentry ward could be dispelled if XlorD knew where it was, but it seems like he doesn't. Fiends going down so fast for both players. DK can't even raise the arm fast enough for the coil. The DPS is off the charts, especially on these heroes for XlorD, man. These items are absolutely crazy.
Happy lost something while throwing that coil, trying to retreat. Another fiend going down. That's level 4 for XlorD. It's gotta be careful. Doesn't want to TP out because then the floodgates are open for the Expo. Destroyer morph. Is it in range? Yes, it is. Supply lead for Happy, who moves on forward towards this Expo.
Easy kills there against the Aka. He's gonna run into towers though. That means he may have to TP out then. In the end, does still have the TP, so it's not that risky of a play. Fiend probably gonna be sacrificed when Acolyte goes down, maybe even a second, but the coil saves the destroyer. Very important to save those destroyers, which is kind of ironic in its own right, because funnily enough, in the fights they oftentimes get ignored, but you still want to have them for the damage, and you never know if the opponent is remaking fiends. Happy is. XlorD is not at the moment.
Ooh. He's not building anything. Now the fiend is queued. But Happy is already ahead in supply again. Made it to the shop again. That's the second invo potion for him now. XlorD didn't spend one of his own. Has to rebuild another Acolyte, which is already on the way. So gold per minute will be the same. Can this Lich carry for XlorD? Feels like he has to.
And it's not outside the realm of possibilities. He's got such a huge advantage in DPS items on the heroes, which can make a big difference indeed. On the Dark Ranger, actually, it's the same, but especially the DK looking fierce.
In the fight, by the way, XlorD used his Mana Stone. Oh, Happy still holding on to that big mana potion. Lots of mana used to get that DK down to, again, 50% and queue that potion. Here we go. Fiend. Again killed basically for free, except mana. Happy is moving further and further ahead in this game.
He doesn't have a TP anymore, so attacking the expansion into tower is a bit risky. Now, Dark Ranger picks up an invul potion, so that's triple invul now, right? Yeah, triple invul on Happy. XlorD is missing one on his Death Knight.
Did you ever notice that Happy has a severe hatred for that horse that's next to the shop? He always kills it.
It's just so peaceful, just sitting there at the trough, enjoying a drink, and then suddenly the night comes to a painful end.
Nasty. Happy with the TP now, and XlorD, the first player in this best of 9 series who's trying to go for Banshees. Looks like a little Hail Mary to me.
It's still so much time that he needs until the tech is finally ready. At least like 3 more minutes, I'd say, until he has relevant numbers. Happy's just doubling down on the destroyers. Lots of them are morphed. 2-2 upgraded. Very strong. XlorD missing 2 armor upgrades in comparison.
Yeah, that's nasty. And another feed going down for free. Spending the mana wisely. Mana management by Happy is just absurdly good. There's reveal and there's another kill. That's in a position where XlorD cannot afford to lose units.
And speaking of positioning, it's so smart here by Happy. He's looking for stragglers, and when they're coming from both sides, the army on the one side and the reinforcements from the other, it's so hard for XlorD to perfectly move all units at the same time. Happy gets a couple of kills, he gets ahead, and now XlorD will have to come back from being behind. Yeah,
this crypt, you cannot really lose it. So many destroyers up, but only at 70 pop. And another fiend down. Ooh. This seems unwinnable. XlorD needs a miracle, otherwise it's another 5-2 here at Choke Up.
At least there was the last charge of dust, so now in theory XlorD could use Burrow again. But he's only got a single fiend left, man. His army is just looking so much tinier.
Yeah, how do you take care of these destroyers? Speaking of that single fiend, it's under attack now. Happy realizes this. That's the last bit of anti-air, except Lich and Dark Ranger, of course. Plus, there's still the bigger mana. Invo Potion first. Of course, there was a hero focus attempt, but it doesn't seem to be working. DK in trouble. All the heroes at 50% already. And the Lich, mighty exposed, gets saved for now.
TP also give it over so the DK can still be safe with that Town Portal Scroll. Death Knight for XlorD using the last coil. No mana on him anymore, and XlorD seems to be bleeding out slowly but surely here. The destroyers in the air still raining down the damage, still with those strong upgrades. The Death Knight will have to TP out in the end. XlorD gets the saved by the bell moment, will survive for the time being, but so far behind, he knows he can't win anymore. It's GG, game over. And Happy does it again.
For the 40th time now, as we had 3 draws in the Show Cup, but in 43 editions, he won 40 times. What a stat. A stat of a lifetime.
Yeah, pretty sick. XlorD coming really close today. 2 maps won in impressive fashion. 1 map that he should have won. He could have won. But Happy also... Credit to him. There were a lot of moments where Happy had a tough time today, where he was behind, but he found his way to come back and keep his position and keep getting challenged in the Show Cup. Number 44 Show Cup is continuing on the 10th of September. I don't think we know the opponents yet, but the adversaries will knock on the door once again soon, just like the month of August.
Yeah, the month of August. Depending on what side of the door you're on. But yeah, last time they announced the entire month in advance. So we'll see. Maybe there's some news coming from the Chinese side. I know we got some viewers from the Chinese scene. So if you guys know, hit me up. I also heard they might be thinking about a new system, but maybe that was just a troll. Usually Twitch chat is always right. Sometimes there's a handful of trolls here and there. We will figure this out. We will, of course, report it to you. XlorD, a worthy opponent, though. In the past, we've seen a lot of players crumble, especially when it was reverse races. And it was just stomp, 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 stomp. One funny game, stomp, stomp. And there was then more wins. Anyway, XlorD, he can hang with the best. And he showed it once again today.
Yeah, I would love to see him compete a bit more in some Chinese tournaments, maybe. Of course, things get a lot tougher for XlorD when he has to play on Netty's server. Like, for example, also going to be the case in TED Cup. TED Cup 10 continuing on Friday with its 10th edition, where many of the best players in the world will once again be stepping into the ring. I'm going to be there for you guys, casting that Friday to Sunday. Really looking forward to that. Also, the B2W Weekly Cup going to be happening Friday in the evening, as always. Unfortunately, ESL Meisterschaft is still on hold because of the bugs, thanks to the newest patch. So that's why we have no Meisterschaft today and tomorrow. But next week, guaranteed, we're finally going to be back.
100%. And for the TED Cup, just throwing you a couple of players here that are already invited. Sock Chemico, Fortitude Hawk, Lin, we haven't seen him in a while. Focus Happy 120, Moon Colorful, Lolite Kaho, Foggy, and 15 Sway. Haven't seen 15 Sway in a while either. So handful of returning names. It's gonna be 16 amazing players. Wait, can that be right even? Oh yeah, 2 from the qualifiers then. Nice. Also, last night there was an update on the PTR for Warcraft. So maybe tonight they patched the live servers. Keep an eye out on our socials as we report every significant change to Warcraft. With that, there's also the 4,200 Doubles Cup happening. I don't exactly know when. Tomorrow. No, the day after tomorrow. That's pretty cool because 2 players are paired in teams. The teams are Infi and Lawlight, Fly and Happy, 120 and Lin, TH and Yumiko, and Colorful and 15 Sway. And they'll be playing 1-on-1 and 2-on-2. So I'm pretty sure we'll be there for you too.
I didn't even know about that. Wait,
Yeah.
Is that at the same time as TED Cup?
That, my friend, is a very valid question that we should probably figure out. Seems like it. That puts us in a difficult political situation if we go with Ted or if we go with TH and Infi. Well, as I said, keep an eye out on our socials. Socials very important. Hit the like button and follow these accounts so you always get the best Warcraft news. Also on our Discord, always spreading everything there, including new developments, etc, etc. If you guys want to support us, there is multiple options to do that. All of them listed at backtowarcraft.com/support. And on the top of that list is our Patreon. There we go. The most steady and best way to support the channel from $5 to $50. Everything is available. The more you can contribute, the better, of course, for us. But we are very, very happy about every little bit of support as well. Like a Twitch sub. September is coming. And subs will be 20% off throughout the entirety of September. So for every tier as well. Go check that out once the calendar marks September. Hit up the Twitch sub. YouTube has membership options for you as well. If you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to hit the button. We got one-time donations possible via Streamlabs, PayPal, credit card, and also cryptocurrency via OneUpCoin. We got merchandise up, and of course our sponsor, CORSAIR, who just released their big new gaming laptop and a very, very tiny and portable keyboard called the K70. Worth checking that one out. And Holy Energy will release their new product in 35 minutes. It's an iced tea. Holy Energy now also into the iced tea business. And I have it here. I tried it. And as you can see, it's almost empty already because it's that damn tasty. Coupon code back to Warcraft 10 for a $10 discount, euro discount. No, 10% discount, and back to Warcraft 5 on your first order for a €5 discount.
Awesome. Thank you to all our partners and the support that they give us, and also to you guys for tuning in, for supporting us here. This makes it all possible. We are done for today, but we're going to be back very soon. And yeah, can't wait for more Warcraft action.
Okay then, Remo, have a wonderful afternoon. I'm gonna clean my bathroom now. What are you doing?
I'm getting some food because the fridge is hauntingly empty. It's time. And then, you know, maybe I gotta try my new Holy Energy pack. I've heard it's pretty good.
Good Remo hunting. Have fun. And you guys, storm the ladder, grind some games. W3 champions, the ladder where wins still matter. Bye-bye!